Haunted_Wisp said thank you because I was watching disturbing internet stories. This one was about child porn networks and how they use YouTube. Street Corner Becky asks that's on my favorite streamer's stream? Street Corner Becky said can't afford the sub but wish I could. Street Corner Becky said miss my founder's badge. Len Bradman said I am mad at you. All dang day I had Uptown Girl by Billy Joel stuck in my head. But it was in the droopy voice lol.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nerdcast. It is Devin, broadcasting as always live from an undisclosed location in the center of Texas on a relatively chill Saturday evening, a celebratory Saturday evening. What's going on, Wisp, Vince, and Lynn Ratman? Welcome back to the stream, all of you. You have the droopy dog voice. I've been doing the droopy dog voice a lot just in my normal life too, so don't feel bad about that. I also fucked myself up with that. But I feel like I might be getting better. I might be getting better with my droopy dog voice, but I just don't know. Can't afford the sub, wish I could. Oh, no worries, missed my founder's badge. Hey, I just glad you're here joining us. Welcome back to the stream, Vince, and welcome back. Wisp, even though you hit me right up top with some pretty hefty shit, man. I hope that I don't get dinged in the algorithm for that. Oh, I hope everybody's been doing all right. As you can see, I'm dressed somewhat for the occasion. I'm in my fancy bar here, my fancy cocktail lounge. I'm taking orders. I'm the host. I'm the bartender for the evening. If you want to order yourself up a drink, I only have one drink right now. I haven't.
The taster said hello, it is me, and I ate a bunch of rice with my mouth.
Yo, what's up, Toaster? Welcome back to the stream. You ate a bunch. I mean, that's the optimal way to eat rice, I would assume. But I hope it was cooked. Hope it was cooked rice at least. But yeah, I added just for the festivities.
Becky asks where else would you order rice?
Just for the festivities, I added a channel reward.
Toaster asks, you're supposed to cook rice?
Well, I mean, I guess you don't have to, but it definitely makes it easier to eat.
Haunted_wisp said lol.
I don't even know what I have it set to, honestly.
Maniacal Toaster said, I thought it was just really shitty nature cereal that breaks your teeth.
Well, if you don't cook it, it does become that.
Haunted_wisp said otherwise he's gonna have a night on the toilet so you can survive. Street Corner Becky just redeemed give me a drink bartender.
Alright.
Sound Alerts said Street Corner Becky played give me a drink bartender for 50 channel points.
Alright, I didn't need that extra little tidbit sound alerts, but okay. Get your drink right up for you. All I do are bourbons, so everything you're gonna order is gonna be a bourbon. How? Let me ask you guys, let me just come in hot. I'm just gonna come in hot. Asking you all this very simple, basic question. How would you sum up your 2024? We're at the end of the year now. Usually I like to spend these next few days leading up until New Year's just kind of reflecting on what happened in my past year, which is what this whole stream is going to be about. But I'm curious about you guys too, like...
Maniacal Toaster said Dookie.
Okay, fair enough. We've got one count for Dookie. Well, you know what? You may not have ordered it, but... that one's for you, Toaster. On the house. Cheers.
Maniacal Toaster said I got a burn scar on my face at work.
How did you...
Haunted_wisp said humbling.
How did you get a burn scar on your face?
Street Corner Becky said I survived. I talk to my kids more, but personal life isn't the best. We're trudging through.
I hear you. That's good that you talk to your kids more.
Toaster said deep fryer.
But, oh, Jesus Christ, Toaster, what the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna get back to that in a second, Toaster, but, Vince, I'm glad that you're talking to your kids more. I mean, I feel like most people are struggling through the day-to-day life. Especially if you aren't making a shit ton of money. If you aren't making money hand over fist, then you're going to be struggling. And I'm fortunate, like, I don't make a lot of money, but I make enough to live comfortably.
Maniacal Toaster says
So,
the year watching the Democrats throw out what should have been a very simple election and still act like they didn't bomb it on purpose. So that's the highlight of this year to me.
That's the highlight? Jesus Christ, what a miserable highlight. Alright, what happened with the deep fryer, though? Was it just that you splashed something in the fryer too hard?
Were you bobbing for fried apples, G?
Yeah, like, did you slam something in the deep fryer a little too hard, or what? What happened there?
Maniacal Toaster said a lot of oil splashed into my face. You know how it be. Street Corner Becky said found out one of my favorite people in need died of brain cancer a month after she told me she had it a month later. Found that out last night.
Oh, you just found that out.
Said got me right in the eye.
Brutal. Brutal. This is brutal. Oh my god, this is brutal. Okay, first of all, Vince, my condolences. I'm just really sorry to hear that. That's super shitty. And you just found that out too, so you're dealing with that fresh. I'm sorry, man. That's awful. That's awful to deal with. Yeah, I really don't have anything more to say than that. I mean, I hope it wasn't painful, I guess. hope it wasn't a long, painful experience, but what else can you say? I mean, it happens, I guess. Here. Wait, why is it? What the hell? What's going on here? There you go. Have one on the house. Have one on the house.
Street Corner Becky said she's at peace with her husband who also died. She was in her 60s or 70s. Very well liked older person in the Eve community.
Okay, well that's good then at least. That's good. So, Toaster, you got hot deep fryer oil in your eye? Like, are you partially blind now or what? How does that work? That sounds like something that would perma-blind you.
Street Corner Becky said this is how much we care about other PPL in our community. Maniacal Toaster said not I tanked it. Street Corner Becky said this was her. Len Ratman said are we doing drinks? Fine, I'll have a root beer, shaken not stirred.
Well, Len, usually, you know, this is a
Street Corner Becky said sadly I missed that and didn't find out till last night.
This is a channel rewards for Twitch.
Maniacal Toaster said sorry about your friend Lynn.
But since you're on YouTube, I'll hook you up. There you go. There you go, Lynn. All right, let's see. Vigil for Test Storm. You know, it's always that it's weird. It's a weird thing because you never know. You never know how people receive you in life. You don't know what's going to happen after you pass. And I have been surprised at times. I guess maybe surprised is too harsh of a word, but I can't think of any other word to use. I have been surprised at times when someone that, you know, maybe I didn't know very close, but knew well enough to be an acquaintance passed away. And then just seeing like an outpouring of support and like shared memories and stuff from people that also knew them. And you just, it's kind of the stuff that you would never know, right? Because I've had conversations with people that are like, they think that they're, you know, isolated or alone and no one's gonna care if they die or anything like that. And just knowing them and knowing people who know them, like I know that it's just completely not true. But I mean, when you live with yourself in your own head 24/7, it's hard to step outside of that and take an inventory of yourself.
Becky said I've known her since 2015 or so. She messaged me when she found out about the cancer, was wondering why she hadn't responded to my Discord DMs.
Jesus, man. Well, this is a lot of support for this person, so that's good. That's good. All right, well, tell me, guys. Tell me. What are some of the highlights of your year? There. What's the Toaster's highlight aside? What are some of the good things that happened to you guys this year?
Becky said that's how the Eve community is.
Yeah, it seems like the Eve community would be a pretty good community for sure. It seems like it would be a pretty good community. Oh, listen to that stand-up bass. I'm about to start scatting. It's good stuff. Well, I guess I could share my year. I could share the off-stream stuff first. My year in review is live on YouTube now. I'm gonna watch it here in a second with you guys. But just as a broad overview, the year really flew by pretty quickly for me. I started the year off with COVID. I always seem to get sick around this time of year, but I guess that's nothing special. But I started the year off with COVID, and that was brutal. That lasted for a while. It put me in a bad kind of funk that just kind of drug on through the first 3-4 months. I can't remember the specifics, but there was a lot of annoying bad shit that happened back to back to back to back in those first few months. It was really kind of depressing. I think I was depressed for that first period, for the first quarter. Q1 2024, I had a lot of depression. But I think that's also what inspired me to take up Lauren's offer to go to Japan with her, because she was going to Japan to kind of beg Nintendo for her job back, and she happened to be going the week of my birthday, and I was on the fence about whether I wanted to do it or not, but so much shit had happened that had bummed me out those first few months that I was like, you know what, I just need to go just to have fun, just to do something cool. You know, vacation, I'm in dire need of a vacation, let's just do it. So that was kind of the impetus for me doing that trip. Then after I came back from the trip, that's pretty much how, like, my 2024 is like split in two. There's pre-Japan and then post-Japan. And post-Japan, it wasn't, it's hard to say it wasn't depressing. It was just a different type of depression. It wasn't, maybe depression isn't the right word. Maybe anxiety is the right word, because that was when, like, the election stuff really started to ramp up. There was the assassination attempt on Trump that really had a lot of people, like, you know, people were concerned about, you know, the start of a civil war and shit like that. And, you know, there was a lot of anxiety, and then just the minutia around the election itself was a lot of anxiety, and it was a lot. It was a lot to deal with, in addition to the fact that, you know, I was doing pretty decently as far as, like, keeping my physical health in check, but I wasn't keeping up with my goals, my workout goals, my weight loss goals, and shit like that. And I think eventually that caught up with me, and I'm in the middle of that right now. Like, it's always the worst in the winter, because, like, I'm like Superman. I need the sunlight. The sunlight powers me, and when I don't have it, I just fall weak and frail. And so early sunsets, I don't really accomplish a whole lot. And, you know, I'm spending a lot of time eating elaborate meals with friends and family, and then I get that bloat that comes from that, and not really feeling like working out. Then it's just societally accepted to not really work out in the winter, because, you know, hey, you'll do it in the new year, all that kind of stuff. So I'm in the middle of that kind of funk and phase right now, and it's not good. It hasn't been great on my mental health, but I'm maintaining. All in all, I think that the year went by really quickly. I always kind of gauge my years based on, like, what catastrophic event happened in my life. Not necessarily globally, but even though you can track it by that too, but, like, what catastrophic event happened in my life in this past year. Maybe that's too negative. That's probably too negative to view things, but that's how I view things. And for 2024, oh man, I'm really gonna jinx myself, aren't I? For 2024, I don't really think anything outwardly catastrophic happened, which is a good thing. It puts the year on the good side of the ledger for me. So all in all, fairly decent year for me. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'll be back in 1 second. Hold on.
Diego Fernando Doomfrag said hello ye.
All right. Hello, yo, Diego. Welcome back to the stream. It's been a while. How you been? I'm going to pour myself here a little poor man's bubbly. Cheers. I like how I have the 2022 glass too. My mom always buys me the celebratory New Year's champagne flutes. Okay. All right. Let's see. This is basically the list of things I had as my resolutions for 2024. Let's go through and see how many of them I absolutely flopped on. So, right off the bat, I had set a goal for myself to write one short film screenplay per quarter. I managed to do that in Q1, but I did not do that for Q2, 3, or 4, so that's a fail. That's a fail. 5 chapters of my YA novel, that's a big, huge fail. Complete rough draft of sci-fi, that's a fail. So all of my writing goals I did not meet, which honestly I had forgotten completely. What I need to do in 2025, I need like calendar reminders.
Nobody asks 7. Rocking his best Reservoir Dogs suit. I love it. How are you, my friend?
Yo, what's up, Chris? Welcome back to the stream. Cheers and Happy New Year-ish to you. I'm doing all right. I'm basically just going through my year in review. Thought I'd dress for the occasion. You know what? Have one of these on the house. Welcome. Is this a jazzy version of Happy Birthday? Lose 20 pounds by my birthday. I came real close to this one, which actually gets me to this one right here. Now, I did accomplish this. I did get my blood sugar to be below 6.5. Actually, I'd got it that way before my birthday, so I'll check that off. I think prior to my, I think I may have lost around 18 pounds before my birthday. I'm going to give that one to me. Sorry, guys. I'm cheating here. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I was 2 pounds down, but you know what? I'm giving myself that win because that was still a bit of an accomplishment. Now, granted, I did put a lot of that back on, but I don't have anything on here for maintaining it, so loopholes. Join a boxing gym or a martial arts studio. I did not do that. I went to a boxing gym here in town. I think it's called Easley. Is it Easley? Yeah, I went and checked these guys out. Watched how they did their workouts and whatnot, and it seems cool. They seem legit, but it's gotta be more like, just by nature of where I live, which is not anywhere near any of this shit, and the fact that I do work from home a lot, I'm gonna have to like actually chart a specific kind of commute schedule that would make me joining this gym more feasible. I just haven't been able to sit down and actually do that. Which is a bummer, because I do want to actually get into boxing. Boxing is a hell of a lot of fun. I don't know if any of you ever tried to do it. But if anybody out there is also looking to increase their fitness regimen, then if you've got a boxing gym nearby, I would recommend doing that. That's definitely going to be a carryover goal for me for 2025. I had a few stream goals too, so I hit all of them. And these were pretty... I think I maybe have lowballed myself a little, but I only just barely got to them, actually. So I guess maybe I didn't. Maybe I had a realistic estimation of what I could do. But I accomplished it, so I'm very happy about that. Do one IRL stream. I did do that. I did do an IRL stream. That was when I was in Kyoto. I was in Kyoto when I did that. And that was a lot of fun.
Street Corner Becky said, "Yo Chris. Then Bradman said last time I had a suit on was for prom in high school. I was an imbecile that had my tie on too tight and wanted to pass out the whole time."
I like wearing a suit and tie on occasion. The real bummer about like the brutal heat wave that we've been dealing with during this winter is it's keeping me from dressing in layers, you know? Like, I'm wearing this right now, but it's hot as hell. And if it was cold, then I would just be wearing this going out to grab a drink or eat at a restaurant or something. Just because I like the feel of dressing up and whatnot. It may not always be entirely comfortable, but it does make me feel good, right? I like dressing up in a suit. I wish it was colder.
Street Corner Becky asks, bipolar nobody did 8 hook you up with my flex?
Do 2 cooking streams. I didn't do 1 cooking stream. And do 4 collab streams. Now, I guess I should have specified what I meant by collab stream, huh? Because I've had plenty of guests and on my stream and whatnot, but none of them are streamers. So if I'm just gonna go by, you know, having other people on my stream and doing shit with them, I accomplished that. But I need to, and now I'm gonna mark out a list for did that save? Okay, that did. 2025 New Year's resolutions. So I'm gonna say do 5 collabs with other streamers. I'll be a little bit more specific this time. That's definitely something I want to do, in addition to doing, I'll say 3 cooking streams. I have ideas for 2.
Street Corner Becky said, Vince bipolar nobody.
I have ideas for 2 of them already, but I need to come up with a 3rd one. I'm really looking forward to doing the Dave the Diver sushi one. Let's see. What other streaming goals do I want to have? I want to do a streamathon for sure. And then do... I'm gonna set my sights pretty high. I'm gonna say do 5 IRL streams. So I want to do more IRL stuff in general, but I don't know if I want to tie them around my travels, because I am planning, and this is now I'm gonna get outside of the streamer goals and get to my normal personal goals. Travel to 3 new places. I've got the places in mind. A friend of mine wants me to visit them in the DC, DC, Maryland, Virginia area, the DMV. Show me around there. Let me ride some trains in that area. I'm excited to do that. Royal, of course, who is currently watching AEW live. They're at PPV Event Live. She wanted me to visit, and I want to go there too because I have a number of friends in Florida I want to see. But I also want to ride the Brightline train from Tampa to Orlando and then Orlando to Miami. So those are two places I definitely want to go to. And then I want to go to San Francisco. My old middle school buddy Nate. Every now and then Nate pops into the chat. I haven't seen him since middle school. I haven't seen Nate since 1996, when we were both going to middle school in Okinawa, Japan. I moved back to the States, and he stayed there for another year, then went to Hawaii or something. I don't know where he went. But we caught up with each other online some years ago, but we've never reconnected in person. And I want to do that. I want to go hang out with him. He has I don't know if he trains there or if he works there or not, but there is something he does in a martial arts capacity at some kickboxing gym there. So I want to go there. I want to train with him. I want to work out with him. I want to spar with him. I want to spar and see what he could do. Because when we were in middle school, the thing is, when we were in middle school, Nate was always getting bullied. He was the one that was always getting his ass, I don't think he was getting his ass kicked, but he was getting picked on a lot because he was just an easy target. And I was bullied too, but I always fought back, and eventually the bullies left me alone. I stuck up for Nate a lot back then. He was smaller and pudgier, and I was taller and I guess lankier. I stood up for him a bit back then, but in our adult years, we kind of both turned into JoJo characters, because I'm 6'5", I'm a big beefy dude, but he's also a big beefy dude now. So we're just two big beefy bros. And now I want to see if he can throw down. I want to see if he learned anything from all those years of being picked on. So those are the 3 places I want to go to: the DMV area, Florida to ride the Brightline, and then San Francisco to both train and spar with Nate, and then go to Chinatown and eat as much delicious food as possible. And ride the BART there too. So I've got all of these things in my head right now. We'll see if we can make it happen, but I've got them in my head at least. I do want to join the boxing gym. Ideally, that'll be before going to San Francisco, so I could actually train up and get in a little bit of shape before sparring Nate. I don't want to go into that ice cold. Let's see. Do I want to put... I'm going to say get down to I'm going to set an aggressive goal for myself. I'm going to say get down to 300 LBS and maintain it for at least 3 months. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be a hard one. But if I give myself the entire year of 2025 to do it, especially if I join a boxing gym, I think it's gonna be doable. Right now, I'm at 334, so I've got to lose 34 pounds and then keep it off for a while. Let's see. Do I want to put any writing goals in here? Yes, actually I do. So, big goal number 1, writing goal number 1, self-publish issue 1 of comic. Royal did all the art. I need to figure out if I want to have it colored. If I have it colored, that's going to be a whole other expense, but regardless of that, I want to actually self-publish it and get it out the door. I don't know if that means webtoons or if I'm going to print it myself, but whatever the case may be, I want to get that first issue actually out there. She did all that incredible work on it. I don't want it to just rot in a file somewhere, so that'll be that one. I'm gonna call this a joint resolution because I'm sure this is gonna be a part of her goals too. Finish issues 2 and 3. So I definitely want to keep the ball rolling on getting those issues done. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to recycle over my write 5 chapters for my YA novel. All right. All right, those are going to be my resolutions for 2025. For streaming goals, I want to do 5 collabs with other streamers. I want to do 3 cooking streams. I want to do a streamathon, and I want to do at least 5 IRL streams. For my normal personal goals, I want to travel to 3 new places. I want to join a boxing gym. I want to get down to 300 pounds and maintain it for at least 3 months. I want to self-publish issue 1 of the comic. I'm going to have a joint resolution with Royal to finish issues 2 and 3. Hopefully she'll be on board with that. I think she will be. And then write 5 chapters for my YA novel. Ah, boy. That's a lot. Considering that I only was able to accomplish a couple of these, that was a lot. Did I do 1 of these or did I do 2? I may have done 2. I still didn't do all 4, but I may have done 2 rather than 1. I have to go back and look. I need to be better about writing, honestly. Oh, all right. always get a lot of text as soon as I start streaming. All right, anyways. Do any of you guys have goals, resolutions you want to set for yourself for the new year? Why is this running?
Lulu Dadley said less than 3, less than 3, less than 3.
Hey Lulu, welcome back to the stream. How are you doing tonight? Cheers. Here, I'll pour one for you too.
Haunted_wisp said I want to save up enough money so I'm not sleeping on a 5-inch slab of foam.
Here you go, Lulu.
Street Corner Becky said cheers.
Save up enough money so you're not
Lulu
sleeping?
Dadley said cheers, thanks.
On a 5-inch slab of foam. Oh, man. That doesn't sound super comfortable,
Lulu
Wisp.
Dadley said if that sound is loud.
Oh, sorry. I can't tell how loud it is in my headphones. I don't know if I can turn it down, though, honestly. Ugh. I should put some saving money goals on my New Year's too, actually. On my resolutions list.
Lulu Dadley said the drink pour and chime is about 8 times louder than you.
Well, it was supposed to be an emphatic, here's your drink, like, ta-da! But I guess maybe that's too much ta-da.
Lulu Dadley said we need to save for a vacation.
I was just sharing. I just got done doing my resolutions list for 2025. And one of the things on my list for 2025 is travel to 3 new places. So I've got the places in mind where I want to go. I'll reiterate them to you. I wish I could do.
Lulu Daddy said little too much Tada, but I appreciate the excitement.
Oops.
I will pour myself some Kraken.
No, hold on. How do I get? What happened? What's going on here? No. I didn't want to do that. There. That's what I want to do. Can I add? I guess I can't add. I guess I'd have to add something like that, and then make this. There we go. And I'll do DMV. And then Brightline in Florida. I don't know how they spell it. Maybe it is just Brightline.
Said old Nerdcast has a Discord server. Join now to keep the fun going off stream.
There we go. So I have traveled to 3 new places. The DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Visit a friend of mine. Ride the rails. See what's going on in that general part of the country. Florida.
Lulu Dadley said San Francisco.
Because I want to, like, I have a lot of friends in Florida. I want to visit them. I want to visit Royal. I want to ride the Bright Line from Tampa to Orlando, hang out in Orlando. My friend Holly here is from Orlando and is a Disney kid. She's a Disney adult now, and she's been trying to get me to go to Disney World for years and years and years. And she'll never forgive me if I go to Orlando and don't go to Disney with her. So I'm sure one of those days we'll be going to Disney.
I was about to suggest San Francisco. I want to go back so bad. I am from Florida and I want to take Joe.
You want to take Joe to Florida or to San Francisco? So, like, if I do the Bright Line from Tampa to Orlando, I'm definitely gonna have to.
Dadley said both.
I gotcha. I'm definitely gonna have to go to Disney World. I won't survive the year if I go there and don't go to Disney World with her. So that'll be a thing. And then I want to take the Bright Line from Orlando to Miami and just go hang out in Miami and see what's up with that city. And then San Francisco, yeah, I was mentioning before about how my old childhood friend Nate lives there, teaching or training at a martial arts studio. So I want to go there. I want to hang out with him, reconnect. I want to spar him, see how he can hold up, see how I can hold up. And then I want to ride the BART around San Francisco. I want to go to Chinatown and eat as much delicious food as possible. And just, I've never been to San Francisco. It always seems like it'd be a really neat place to just hang out. So I want to test that. I want to see how awesome it is. Despite being, expensive.
Lulu Dadley said I haven't been to Disney since I was 16, but now they are leaning into villains. I am excited to see it again.
Yeah, they're doing like a area of the park that's dedicated to villains, right? I wanted to go to the Star Wars hotel when they first announced it, but it was so insanely expensive, and from all accounts that I've heard about it, it was very underwhelming. It was underwhelming and too expensive, so I think they're actually shutting that down.
Lulu Dadley said I loved San Fran, especially Chinatown, Haight and Ashbury, Dolores Park and Golden Gate Park.
Okay. Well, shit then. You'll have to make sure you can go with me then. If you can show me around. Everything I know from San Francisco comes from like old films. A lot of old movies used to be set in San Francisco. I think Hitchcock's Vertigo was set in San Francisco too. I think I have a lot of
Lulu Dadley said I lived in Oakland and worked in SF for almost a year.
I want to go to Oakland too, for sure. It's become such a maligned part of the country because of the expense, because of like the culture war narratives around, being a liberal city and all of that, and it's the tech industry in the area and everything that has meant towards the desolation of society outside of San Francisco. It's been such a maligned place, but I really just want to go and see for myself what it's actually like. And then Oakland has its own issues it's dealing with.
Lulu Dadley said it's stunning.
That's not a word I hear used to describe a whole lot of American cities. But that's another part of like my travel plan is so in 2024 I went to Japan and I went to Santa Fe, New Mexico. In 2023 I went to Mexico, Playa del Carmen. So I want to do more traveling within the country because I feel like there's a lot of really neat stuff in the country that I just, I overlook. I don't think too much about it. New Mexico is beautiful. The mountain ranges down there are amazing. And the park that we went to, Bandelier, was really fascinating history. I never did make that video. I compiled all that film footage, but I never did put it together. It's evergreen though, so maybe one of these days I'll sit down and put that video together. Speaking of putting videos together though,
Street Corner Becky said I went to high school in Albuquerque.
yeah, Albuquerque, the weird thing about, so all I've seen of Albuquerque was getting on a shuttle outside of the airport and driving from Albuquerque to Santa Fe. And Albuquerque just I just, at a cursory glance, just looking at the city from, that vantage point, didn't seem like there was a whole lot going on there. And maybe that's accurate. I don't know. People, I mean, when I talk to people at Santa Fe, they had a similar opinion. There's just not a lot going on in Santa Fe. Maybe the entire state has this vibe, but the city of Santa Fe felt like a retirement community. It felt like a giant old folks home, which has its pluses and minuses. If you want to go someplace laid back, I would say honestly, Lulu, it would be a cool little short getaway place if you just wanted to. If you and Joe wanted to do just a quick, cheap, chill, low key getaway. It's like an hour flight.
Said this year, I want to go to New Orleans to enjoy it. I am always working when I go. Las Vegas, not with an abusive boss like I did last time. San Fran, because it is just so pretty. Florida, to see what it feels like now I am an adult. And Joe wants to go to Seattle.
I have never been to New Orleans, but that's on my list as well. I want to go there. I've never had an interest in Vegas, to be perfectly honest. I've never had an interest in Vegas. I know you can do more there than just gamble, but for some reason, the whole gambling component just kills it for me. I just don't have an interest in it. I'm sure the shows are awesome. I'm sure that would make it worthwhile. I'm sure the restaurants are phenomenal. I would like to see a boxing match in Vegas, actually. That's one thing I would love to go to Vegas to do, is to see a boxing match. But other than that, I just haven't really had much of an interest in going to Vegas or anything. Even when my friends are like, "Hey, let's do a weekend trip. Me and us and the boys, and just go." And I was like, "Nah, doesn't interest me." Have fun though. Obviously, San Fran, yes, and Florida. Seattle. I've been to Seattle twice now. I went as part of a somewhat work-related thing in 2007, and I had a blast. It was awesome. And I went in 2018. That was actually the 2018 trip. I've known Lauren since 1999 because we met in the AOL chat room and maintained a friendship since.
Lulu Dad said Vegas is actually super interesting, so much more than gambling. I don't gamble except for a few minutes to get a free drink. I just hit up the dollar roulette machine.
I didn't meet Lauren in person until 2018. So we've known each other since 1999, but we didn't meet in person until 2018. And that was when I went to Seattle to go meet her there and hang out with her and whatnot. And I stayed at her place and she showed me around and all that. And it was great. And it was a lot of fun. I like Seattle a lot. And I think Joe would too. I mean, he's a sushi chef. There's a lot of sushi restaurants there. You're right next to the sea. So there's definitely a lot going on from that aspect. I know there's a lot of interesting stuff in Vegas. It's gonna be one of those things where I'm just gonna have to go. against my will.
Lulu Dudley said he loves Portland, so I know he will love Seattle.
I'm just going to have to go against my will and against my energy and better judgment, and I'm going to have to be pleasantly surprised by it. Because other than that, I'm always going to have that feeling of, I don't really want to do this. I don't really want to go. But I'm sure it's awesome. I'm sure the shows are great, and I'm sure the restaurants are awesome too. But,
Lulu Dudley said, yeah, you should go with me. I'm not trying to gamble, so we will have a blast. We can see the Grand Canyon too.
The Grand Canyon? How far is the Grand Canyon from Vegas? It seems like it's a full day's travel away. All right, you know what? New initiative from me if I ever become president. If I start running for president, like one of my initiatives, we need to make it easier for Americans to travel within America. Like it needs to not be such a costly both costly with time and costly with money boondoggle for people who want to go within America to vacation or see things. It shouldn't be an issue. It shouldn't be an ordeal. I don't know what it's going to take. Probably nationalizing the airline industry and kicking out the profit motive, so we can make air flight more affordable and more comfortable. It's probably going to take building high-speed rail, all things that I've always wanted to do anyways. But we're probably also going to have some kind of a voucher program or something to let people, redeem some sort of social credit to allow themselves to travel for free to whatever destination they may want to go. So anyone that might be living in like...
Lulu Dudley said they have these super cool shuttles from the hotels in Vegas to a part of the Grand Canyon. It's like $100 and that includes lunch.
Shuttles? I mean, but how... I'm going to have to map it. Because I don't know how long that is. So... let's do Vegas. Wow. It's the first time I've ever seen Google Maps give me that. Sorry, we could not calculate. Oh, okay. That's because I still have it on train. I had it set to train. Car, it's 4 hours and 25 minutes.
Airlines all-you-can-fly special. They were $299 for the year. Now it's $499. I'm super sad. I want that damn pass.
Everything is shitty. Even Frontier Airlines, the bargain basement garbage airline, is somehow finding ways to get shittier. Yeah, so I guess that's what it is, huh? I guess for some reason I always assumed that Vegas was more north in Nevada, not towards the bottom. But yeah, I guess that's still 4 hours and 26 minutes. That's still... this ride has tolls. That's not a simple day trip. That's still an expedition, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. My sense of geography is screwed up now because I assumed that Vegas was way up north in Nevada and not pretty much. It's pretty much perpendicular to the Grand Canyon. Seems like the shortest distance would be a straight line, but I'm sure there's plenty of geography preventing that. I've never flown on Frontier Air. Anyways, here it is. The Ye Olde Nerdcast 2024 Rewind. Obviously, this isn't... I mean, geez, this thing is still really fucking long. It was a lot longer than I wanted it to end up being. But I tried my best to collect a good subset of representative clips of things that happen throughout the year. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff that I missed, but I think I got a pretty good representation on what happened in the year.
It's getting dicey.
It's in pseudo.
Yeah.
Let me I may have to move myself over here a bit. Might have to move myself around from time to time. It's in pseudo chronological order. So it may not be day by day or month by month, but I guess it's a bunch of clips per quarter is probably the best way I can describe the ordering of these clips.
Get these fucking guys off of me. And heal me. Heal me, Night Rune.
I need to get back into Vampire Survivor. You know what?
No!
That needs to be a part of my resolutions.
No! No!
Doing Vampire Survivor on the treadmill needs to be a part of my resolution.
I guess I burned 1,000 calories, though. Huh?
I gotta get that dog back over here.
I'm just gonna laugh like a maniac.
Lulu Deadly said dog.
I know, she's a cutie.
See you in hell, my friend. See you in hell, my friend. See you in hell, my friend. I'll see you in hell. You know, I do want to talk about that. First and foremost, though, we have to pour one out for Carl Weathers.
Hey, man. Hey. Devin! You son of a bitch.
You see, I get my bicep popping. I can't. Is it a good?
I gotta do more with these guys too.
Yeah.
You're bigger than I am.
This was a fun stream. That was the Dragon Ball Z
You
stream.
get this for not working out ever.
Do you sell supplements here? Do you
Yeah, I gotta get my supplement game going, like super,
Hey, man, but
super alpha brain and shit or whatever. Cyclops wasn't with a girl; his mattress is on the floor.
Oh, the Cyclops
That's very
hate.
true. Cyclops is totally a mattress on the floor kind of dude. You go into his apartment and it's just a mattress on the floor, maybe like.
I can't remember if this was before X-Men '97 dropped.
That's it. You know, not even a TV. There's probably like an old FM radio. Cyclops would only own one pillow. Hey, now calm down. All right. There's nothing wrong with just owning one pillow.
Lulu
okay?
Deadly
If it's a
said it was
comfortable pillow,
before.
that's all you need.
Okay, that makes sense.
I like how before we started the stream, Marty said that he was going to use you as an avatar.
Yeah.
And so far, he's been shouting at the top of his lungs.
I'm
the
good
entire.
I'm good at chiming in at the right moments. That's my thing.
Okay,
Oh,
fair
yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
I'm talking to him as it happens.
Lulu Deadly said cause the so validated the hoop haha.
Got it though. I got my beer. Cheers, Vince.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
All right, it seems like a pretty good opportunity to hit you with one of these. Sorry for that, Lulu. That was another loud sting, but cheers. Cheers to all. Cheers to all for making it through another year. Made it through another year.
Oh yeah. See, like I wasn't familiar with these, but yeah, these are absolutely.
yeah.
What
That's why
she's-
as soon as I saw
What she's reacting to, I forget how it came up, but at some point, like there was a news item or something about someone suing Bad Dragon, and she had never heard of Bad Dragon. I don't know if you guys, I know Lulu knows what Bad Dragon is, but she didn't know. So I had the pleasure of introducing that to her. And the facial expressions she started to make as she was going down the list of Bad Dragon products, it was too good for me not to like.
Lulu Deadly said, "Of course Lulu knows what Bad Dragon is, haha."
Well, you were there. You were in the stream and you were talking to us about it. You were the one that was like telling us about it. That's all I meant by that.
I can't see what you're. I can't put whatever you're looking at on screen, but I think that your facial expressions are saying everything.
Oh, that's enough of that.
No, keep scrolling. I want to see more. I want to see more facial reactions. Like, and also say the name of the one that you're reacting to. So that's that.
Canyon.
Meat Canyon. Meat Canyon. Oh, okay. Even. What's the next one?
This the Kaiju King.
The Kaiju. I love Kaiju King. Okay,
She said Abyss, the Kaiju King.
But the time that I fell off of Dragon Ball was the same time that I saw in a video game magazine a preview for Chrono Trigger. And I was like, oh, the art is the same as Dragon Ball. That's awesome. I'll give this game a shot. I like Akira Toriyama. And I became super fucking obsessed with that game and every other role-playing game I could get my hands on. And then after I played every RPG I could get my hands on, I was like, I need more. So I started reading books, which is something I would have never done as
That was another thing that happened in 2024.
Got me into reading.
The death of Akira Toriyama, which honestly,
Chrono Trigger hadn't got.
Honestly, the death of Akira Toriyama hit me pretty hard. I know I did a tribute stream, and that's where this came from. But like, I'll be honest with you. I was sitting at my desk at work, and people were just posting a ton of tribute stuff for Akira Toriyama throughout the day on Twitter, and I would literally be at my desk like scrolling through and reading some of it. And I would start to tear up. Like I started like literally bawling at my desk. Basically, I had to grab tissues and made sure nobody saw me, drying my eyes. But like it actually, and I was surprised by that. Like I wasn't expecting to be that affected. Plenty of my other heroes, childhood heroes, had passed away that I didn't have that kind of reaction towards. But I think it was really just the incredible outpouring of support and like the displays of what that dude's work meant to so many people. I think that's what got me more than his actual passing. So it was a weird moment. It was kind of like it was a teaching moment, I guess, for me. It was an interesting experience. And that's kind of what led to this stream and like me talking about how his work, how Dragon Ball and Chrono Trigger basically put me on the path in life to where I'm at now, where I ended up working in the video game industry for 14 years, and then from there branched off into other things. So I think that was also, as far as like big moments in 2024, I think that was also a pretty pivotal moment for me. Got me into reading, I probably would have fallen on a bad path in life. So yeah, Akira Toriyama very likely contributed to me not living in a ditch somewhere right now. Here's what I'm talking about. So it was initially reported as a parade in Mexico, but community notes have since updated it to it was a parade in Colombia that took place before he even died. And listen, they've got the Dragon Ball music playing. Who wouldn't want to be a part of this parade? This is somewhere in rural Colombia, too. And then they all do, like, the gun thing. Which is how Vegeta... That's how he... I think that's how he blasted Raditz. Or not Raditz, but Nappa. So I have this here. We're basically gonna
okay, hey man,
drag and drop these characters
hey
over.
Man, let me go first, and
it's a roulette, right?
It's a roulette,
yeah.
Yes. So wait, hold on. Let me explain what we're gonna do.
I feel like I need to update this screen.
DBZ
Z
Lulu
characters.
Daddy said I can
Just
hardly hear the
laid out
video.
in no in particular order except for Broly, who was at the top. Again, personal preference of mine.
I have a lot of thoughts here. I have a lot of thoughts.
Can't hardly hear the video. In what way? Like, does the video itself just sound low?
Lulu
Oh, speaking
Daddy
of.
said volume is low, yeah.
People are shooting fireworks outside my window again, I think. Either that or they're shooting at the coyotes. Oh, wow. 13-9. Rams up. 30 seconds left. Sounds like it was another good game.
Where's Fat Boo?
We ain't using Fat Boo no more, man.
How does that sound? If I have to pull a Fat Boo in here, then I'll pull him in here.
All right.
And we have adult Trunks here, but we also have Kid Trunks and Goten.
Okay.
So both are.
We've all seen Patrick Mahomes' body recently. We might need a Fat Boo.
Lulu Daddy
We are
said
going
way
to
better.
choose who to talk Awesome. about and rank via the Wheel of Names.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
So,
let's do this.
Let's do the inaugural
Let's do
spin
it.
and see who comes up first. This was a fun stream too. I had a lot of fun with this. Again, these guys
I
are
really
just
do, actually.
these are just two friends of mine, but
Baker
they're
Mayfield.
oh,
Baker
what a-
Mayfield.
number one overall.
I don't
They're just hilarious dudes in general. I miss hanging out with them, but you know, they as far away from the city as I live, they live even further, like way north, like towards Leander and shit. So it's not too often that I get to see them and hang out with them, but I need to get them back over here to do another one of these things. Maybe we need to do an update to this list since the quarterback roster has changed so much since we spun this wheel.
like him.
Rolling one more time.
All right.
I don't know if you can't tell, but Marty is completely shit-faced. He's completely... And I told him, I was like, hey, you know what? I've got beer and stuff here. You know, you can drink here, but just, you know, be chill when you show up. And he's like, sure, yeah, no.
Lulu Daddy said I can tell, haha.
Yeah, exactly. And he showed up like fucking lit. And I was like, god damn it. Like he's already on 12 and we haven't even hit start stream yet. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be interesting. But it turned out fine. It was fine. Let's see.
What we got?
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
Cell?
Cell.
Yeah, Cell.
Cell.
Cell?
A real dipshit. A real dipshit, man. But he's cool.
there
But
it
he's
is.
like really good, though. He's really good.
He's really
He's really good.
He's really good. He's a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer.
I like him as
Cell.
crackpot Dr. Giro, also possibly. Just
No,
because
he's
that's
too good. He's too good.
He created the androids.
He
man.
created the
Cell.
androids.
Like
Ah,
Dr. Giro's
man.
good.
I'm gonna give him Dr. Drew. I'm with
Oh,
because he's an old crackpot
Yeah, he's a
now.
big crackpot, man.
He's an old
He's a
crackpot
crackpot now.
Aaron
Come
Rodgers.
Oh
on.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's
You guys are woke, dude. You guys are
Yeah,
woke
you guys are
ass
woke.
woke.
Woke Travis
Yeah,
Kelce.
woke ass bullshit.
Woke enough to know that this motherfucker is Dr. Giro.
Your boy?
And Mac Jones.
Jones.
Mac Jones.
Yamcha.
Okay,
Yeah,
no,
Yamcha.
I think maybe
This is the
Yamcha.
most Yamcha I've ever heard in my life, man.
And the thing is, like, he was just shouting at the top of his lungs, like right in my ear. I had my headphones on, so that dampened a little bit of it, but it was still like right in my ear, right next to my head. All right, cleaned up a bit. Now every character has a face attached to it.
Okay.
All right, we are done officially.
Good.
All right, I'm out. Later,
All right.
guys.
I think
He's walking out.
I think he's just ending the stream.
He's ending the stream for you.
I'm out.
You're out. Okay, you're tapping out. You're tapping out. All right. Well, in that case, I guess I'll end the stream too.
I just
Yeah,
said
yeah,
later,
you got other
guys.
things
I
that-
said later, guys. I left.
Yeah, if you got other things to talk about, I'll talk about video games or something.
fuck did I do, man?
No, I'm not saying anything.
I
I'm
don't
not
know if
saying
that's what you
anything.
do here, but
I talk about. I mean, I just don't know. I haven't really been paying
I
attention
didn't know it was that.
to a lot of gaming news, so I'll just have to catch up on that. But no, this is a good stopping point, anyways.
Okay, I didn't know it was a big deal. I was saying bye.
No. It's just it's funny because like I didn't even outro the show.
I know.
Like,
Imagine like your coworker just walking off before somebody says, ends the program.
yeah.
It's not really how it works,
And it's like, all right, guys, good night. Boom. I was like, wait, what? Huh?
Oh, this motherfucker's like my fucking lead now.
He is, yeah.
Yes, this is my stream. It's my
He's
stream.
the
I've
boss
been
here. It's true.
I've been manning the boards all
Hey,
night.
man,
All right, ready whenever you are. Oh, the Helldivers arc.
Hey, buddy.
This was probably one of the more fun gaming streams I did all year. I need to reach out to this dude and work with him again.
I guess we'd go for the Terminids first.
I actually prefer the automatons more than the Terminids, but
Really?
yeah, it's
No,
just
you wanna? I mean, we could have a go with the automatons. I'm just saying.
let's do it.
Yeah, that's what I like here, man. They're talking about like the freaking Malevolon freak, but I don't know if I even have the balls to go there yet. I don't know what that is, but they say it's like really freaking difficult.
I'm for it.
Liberation Campaign.
The crazier the better.
Okay, that's great, man. Spreading democracy across the galaxy. Okay.
Hell yeah, brother. Let's do it.
Let's go. Their air capabilities or their like supply bases that we gotta destroy. What do you think?
I would say let's go for the air capabilities.
All right. oh, wait. Did you see the difficulty in that one?
No, I didn't. What is it?
It's like
FTL jump successful.
it's set at challenging, and I didn't even set that.
Mission
Yeah, I think
coordinates
the missions themselves have preset difficulties. I don't think you can change the
Difficulty.
difficulty for the mission. So this is probably a pretty tough mission.
Okay. Right.
I know they released like the
yeah.
zombie
Yeah,
update or whatever.
yeah, I'm good.
I need to play that. I think this game is at its best. Nervous there. You all right? When it's hectic. This game is at its best when it's hectic and you're struggling to survive.
No, it's just the liberty in my blood or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just
I get you. It's those goosebumps you get before you deliver freedom.
Right. I'm more nervous for the enemies, if I'm being honest with you. Not the power mortality or anything.
Lulu
like that.
Dad
Yeah,
said
I'm
he sounded
totally
like his
trembling
friends speak
with
Spanish.
excitement for killing these enemies. I'm starting to second guess this mission choice. If I recall, correctly, he's from the Philippines. He's Filipino, so you're not entirely wrong. I'm waiting until we're like flaming meteors to like. Oh shit! What the fuck?
We just dropped in and they're already here, bro. Okay, these guys don't fuck around. No, they don't.
Oh!
Gangster shit. Oh wait.
I was killed by my own drop.
Gotcha. Oh, there's some barbed wire there, by the way.
Oh fuck! Oh. Run, you motherfucker, run! Just sitting there getting fucking pegged by these dudes.
Nice. Oh, they control grenades apparently.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Rocket launcher.
Nice dodge.
Oh! 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 No! I like the rocket that just whizzed right by my head there. I'm running. I'm running behind this wall. Oh, it's chasing me!
You got this. Yeah, frickin' scout right there. the thing that killed me earlier. It's a rocket launcher man over here.
Ah! You know, I didn't even realize you were dead. I would have. Wait, this thing says killed by me. What happened? Wait, hold on a second. I just noticed that. I just noticed it says killed by Wayne the Stampede, which is me. But it was the walker thing that shot me. Ah! Yeah, that walker shot me. Why did it say I killed myself? What? I probably got dinged for a self-kill because of that too. You were dead. I would have called reinforcements. It was so hectic that I just didn't even notice it.
Yeah. No. I get that moment, my guy. It's fucking. Yep. You know, we can do this. That was just a warm-up, you know.
Looked like fun.
And he's requesting for bot support.
This game is fun. This game is a lot of fun. You know, I had to lighten the mood. You can't go into these missions too tense. Wait, let's see if we get a disappointing ranking here.
We got one last time.
I think that's what it is.
Really? Like the 1 star?
Unremarkable performance. That's better than disappointing service.
Yeah.
Hurry up! We both said the same thing. So I guess it only feels right for me to eventually get into the Fallout territory. It's a Bethesda blind spot. It's a good hat. Thank you. I appreciate it. I got that hat at the Sherwood Forest Fair. Look at the scenery. This is a very pretty little area. Look at the foliage. I've got it downstairs still. I need to find excuses to wear it. You know what? Honestly, I'll tell you this much. Straight up. This is for real.
Street Corner Becky said, I know I made a few of these clips.
I
Maniacal
packed...
Toaster said, wear IT now.
Oh, wear it now. Fuck it, fine, let's go.
Said, here's an excuse to wear it. Wear it now.
I'll go grab it. All right. Oh boy. I'll tell you this straight up. When I went to Japan, I packed this hat with me.
So much free booze and amazing food and adventures.
All right. Can I hear myself? Nope. There we go. Oh boy. When I went to Japan, I packed this hat with me because my intention was totally to wear it around on the streets. Little did I know, holy shit, Man, I could really hear myself way more in these with these earbuds. Little did I know that Tokyo was going to be 2,000 degrees when I was there, so I ended up not wearing this hat. But I was totally... You can't... The green screen kind of knocks it out a little around this part. But I guess you can make out enough of it. All right, there you go. Cheers to the hat. And it is a nice hat. I got it at Sherwood Forest Fair. It's a local Ren fair. I think you would love Heinefall. That's the multi-day immersive LARP at fair. So much free booze and amazing food and adventures. It's possible I would like that. But I also I also like my creature comforts too, so I don't know. I feel like doing something like that, I would need to be very well prepped for it. I would need to have a massive tent with a giant inflatable bed and everything that I would need so that if I wanted to retreat, if I wanted to just be like, all right, I gotta spend some time away from all the hecticness and just kind of recollect myself, I'll have like a home base that I can go to that's comfortable enough.
Lulu Deadly said the tents are provided. They are the huge canvas ones.
Oh, okay. What? I did not press that button. Why did that happen? That button was not pressed by me. But hey, you know what? Cheers anyways, I guess. And sorry for that noise drop again, Lulu.
Lulu Deadly said trust they are giant. I spent days taking them down, haha.
Giant enough for me? Big enough for me and a giant inflatable mattress? And maybe a TV? An Xbox? And a generator? Shit.
Lulu Deadly said yeah.
Oh shit, okay, they're real tense then. I mean, these guys are all running for their lives from a nuke, but I'm like, oh man, let's take a little stroll on these trails and look at this pretty foliage. Like, shit, man, if a nuke is coming, then yeah, this is the last time we're gonna see this. This is beautiful. Missing person.
Who's around that can find a missing person?
Used to have a few good trackers in this group.
Hey, I'm cosplaying.
Why did they go back to
start dressing like fucking colonial Westerners or some shit?
Yesterday there were
Where did this garb come from?
Now we're 5.
The fuck is that? The fuck is that, a werewolf? Dude, there are fucking werewolves out here. Hold on a second. Where you at, bitch? I'm ready. Keep in mind, this is my first time playing a Fallout game since 2. Hunting. So I didn't know about Deathclaw. I'm like a Wasteland's Witcher. Oh, there he is. Deathclaw? Oh, he's running from me. Oh, there you. Never mind. Oh shit, never mind the running from me. Oh, what the fuck is this? He's like tackling me and shit. Oh, go for the head. Wait, yeah, how do I... What, I have to press E? He was behind the light post. Eat shit. God, you annoying ass pest. He has a bottle cap on him? Well, recently, Ubisoft put their own pirate offering, Skull and Bones, on open beta. If I was gonna do a biggest gaming disappointments of 2024, I don't know what would end up on the top of my list, but I have a feeling that it might be Skull and Bones, because I was really, really looking forward to this game. I was super excited. It was actually like the first AAA, and it was an expensive one. I think it was like the first AAA game I bought on release. in a long while, because usually I just play indie games and shit. I think this was the first one because I was so looking forward to like a really cool ass pirate game, and man, what a absolute letdown. Right prior to its release, which I believe is scheduled for the 22nd. Let me check on that. Why did I do this? I have such I have such weird, like, I don't know if it's anxiety or ADHD or what, but I have such weird habits around whenever I start talking about something. I can't just sit here and talk. I have to do something with my hands. I'm always fidgeting. I'm fidgeting around with shit while I'm talking. And as I was talking about, my getting into pirate lore and all of that stuff, I'm fidgeting with my hands, sure. And I'm not really realizing what I'm doing until I go to type. And as I'm typing to try to see Skull and Bones release date, I realize what I've been doing while I've been fidgeting with my hands. And what I've been doing is taping my fucking fingers up. Why? Why did I do this? This is so weird. Why did I tape my fingers together while I was talking about pirates? I didn't realize it until I tried typing Skull and Bones, and I was like, wait, why can't I move my fingers? Oh my god, okay, I need medication of some sort. This is starting to get a little weird. There is no real exploration mode in this game. When I docked on the first island and all the other pirates are drunk and having fun and whatnot, I was under the impression, okay, so there is going to be like more of an open world exploration on foot kind of mechanic to it. And maybe there's some hand-to-hand combat that I'll have to learn in order to, win a duel or whatever. And that isn't really the case. It seems like the islands are just kind of lobbies for other players to gather and maybe communicate with one another, form up a squad, and then go back out into the seas. And it seems like that's the only purpose they serve, which is kind of a bummer. Again, for me, as someone who's looking for, something a little bit more exploration based and not something that's like, Call of Duty lobby or something. This kind of teases the pirate adventure without actually giving me the pirate adventure. And my response to that is like, he goes, here is the intense climactic boarding combat of Skull and Bones. And I said, even Captain Bones lets you board a ship in real time and fight motherfuckers. Hell, even 20-year-old Sid Meier's Pirate at least gave you a dual mini game when you boarded a ship. So much of Skull and Bones is just lazy feeling. I'm sure the devs worked hard, but it doesn't play that way. And that's my biggest problem with this game, is that there's so many features, whether it's gathering materials, chopping down trees or whatever, or docking and doing ship-to-ship combat. It feels way more rushed than it should for a game that has been around for a game that's been in development for, I guess, 6 years at this point. We walk into a house a Bard's
and see giant
Tale.
spiders, and the first
I need to
thing
get back into
dude
this
does is
game.
break out the ukulele. It's an ancient elven melody which will heal the bards. Okay, this tune increases.
This game is
the
actually a
party
lot of
combat.
fun.
Go for it.
But it is
Okay,
old
he
school,
starts-
so it is relentless.
We
It
walk
is a
into
relentless
house and he
game.
rips out his guitar and just starts jamming out
It's
some
like the
metal
original
riffs.
Dark Souls.
All right, this is our bard. Our bard is in the background, just heavy on the riffs. Who is this? Sir Grady, a rogue? Let's go for it. Let's go for it. All right, this might be the real deal here. This one might be the real deal. You face death itself in the form of one golem. Oh shit. Death itself. Attack. Attack. What item do you have to use? Oh, lamp. Ah, fuck that. Attack. Use an item. Use the fire horn. Cast Vorpal Plating on Beatrice. And then cast Arc Fire. And hopefully this guy does not aim for Sadra. Oh, shit! 70 points? Holy fuck! What? 9 points killed it? None of this makes sense. None of this makes sense. How does it do 70 points of damage and kill one of my guys in one hit, but like only have 9 hit points or fewer? 614 experience points? Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it goes, like, the loading screens go by so fast that I don't even bother trying to read what's on it. Disappointment. Doesn't seem like they do a whole lot.
I feel like I quit Fallout 4 shortly after this.
Hey, wait, don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. We don't know if we want him dead or not. I just kind of want to talk to this guy, but it seems like that's not going to be an option. Can we talk to you? You've got the waypoint. You're the guy we're looking for. What's going on here? Classic Bethesda. Why are we constantly fighting you? I don't know why this is happening. Why are we stuck in this loop? This is so fucking bugged. What? Let me Google. I'm gonna Google this. Oh, that's why the turrets were okay. That's why the turrets were being funky. He's in super aggro gotta kill you mode because I attacked the turrets. Oh, all the autosaves are after we already fucking nuked this quest by attacking a turret. So I wonder if that means I'm just gonna have to reload from... That's probably... Oh god, did I gotta fight those mirror lurks again? I don't want to do that. There's no other way around this? If anyone else runs into this issue, I was able to fix it by shooting him into a green state. Then, before he recovers, I ran a little distance and activated sneak. When he walked up to me, as long as I didn't move at all...
The things you have to do to get through a Bethesda game, I swear.
Let me move along with the quest. Alright, let me see if that's the trick here. No, bad Virgil. Bad Virgil. You fucking dickhead. Alright, well, it looks like I gotta redo a whole lot. Everything I did tonight, I have to redo. All because I shot a turret. What? How annoying. Like, there's no other... They didn't, like, think to, like, script some other way to move past this point in case someone accidentally, like, triggered a turret. God, that's so fucking annoying. I am beginning to hate Bethesda more and more. Let me load this exit save, because I have a feeling that if I exited right then, it would save over my exit save, and then all my other previous saves would have been the only one, and I would have had to start the playthrough all over again. Like, that's a progression blocker. That's a progression blocker, Bethesda. The Hellfire Gala. You haven't seen this.
I love this. I love this for her. I love that giant lightning bolt. I like the callback to her. Like,
the lightning bolt is cool.
I started reading the new issues of X-Men post Jonathan Hickman / Krakoa. I was never a fan of the Krakoa stuff.
Daddy said this was such a fun segment.
I thought so too. I was never a fan of the Hickman stuff. I was never a fan of Krakoa. And actually, like, the newer X-Men stuff, I kind of am enjoying. But I did really, really, really like the Hellfire Gala stuff. Like, this was actually really cool. And it was fun to talk about this, like, the fashion and whatnot on stream with Royal. And you were in there too, Lulu, in the chat. Yeah, you're right there. This was cool. This was really cool. And what would be even more awesome is if there was a Hellfire Gala cosplay, like a Hellfire cosplay gala, that people did their best to, like, actually replicate this in high fashion. Because some of these would be cool. Some of them wouldn't be very cool, but a lot of them would be really awesome to see, like, a take on it.
Lulu Dadley said yeah.
Like, I would love to see something like that. I want to see more stuff like this in comics. Like, this is the one thing there's not just the one thing. There's a lot of great things about One Piece, but one awesome aspect of One Piece is that Ichiro Oda loves mixing up his character's fashion. So, like, you can tell what era or what arc from One Piece that Luffy is from, based off of like what his fit looks like. One of the shirts that I wear routinely is the shirt with like the pineapple looking things on it from Dressrosa, and I wear that out in public just as a normal shirt, and people who have no idea what One Piece is or what even anime is, like I had old ass white people in Santa Fe who would say, "I love your shirt. That's a cool shirt." You know, and I know they aren't One Piece fans, but the shirt's awesome. You know, there's a lot of really fantastic fashion in One Piece. Dragon Ball Z was that way a little bit too, here and there. I wish that more comics and stuff did stuff like that. I think it's really neat. Like, oops. What are you doing? Dakin. This shit sucks. I don't acknowledge Dakin, but he's Wolverine's son. And it's weird. It's dumb. I don't acknowledge him, but you know, he's here, so I'll judge his fit.
Wearing shoes.
He just has a Men's Warehouse jacket on with like Godsmack tattoos on it, which is like sorry, Dakin. Oh, Magneto, what is going on here?
I want to get to that. Just like my pastor Solomon Missouri said, this is not a man who's straight.
Because it seems like for so long, technology moved so
at a glacial pace.
You know what I mean? And now it seems like it is rapidly, like pretty soon, there are gonna be robots everywhere. They're gonna be smarter than us. You know what I mean?
Well, it only really seems like there's just one element of technology that's advancing, which is AI.
Yeah.
But
and robots.
Are robots advancing?
Oh yeah, dude.
I saw one video of like a humanoid type robot. I forget who was responsible for it, but
Boston Dynamics has a new robot, and it got up. It was like laying down, and then they introduced it a few days ago, and it got up, and its joints are all 360, so it gets up, and you're behind it. The camera's behind it, and then it like the whole body twists around, and as it's coming towards you, its legs just oh, dude,
like a horror movie.
It is exactly like a horror movie.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube.
You know what? We need to fucking deal with these nerds already. All right, enough of this shit. They're like sitting in the lab concocting the most.
I want to
hellish.
roll it back to 1985. I don't think we are any better off.
All right, is this the guy?
That's the guy. I'm not sure this is the video that I saw, but it might be. Okay.
God, this is so creepy. Oh my God.
Oh, dude, it hadn't even got started yet. He's just getting warmed up.
Lulu Dadley said very creepy.
A vision of your grisly death.
Could they have made this thing more intimidating?
I don't know. Probably not.
Oh my God. I like how it starts from a position it's useless. It's dead.
And its legs fold back like the fucking Exorcist, dude.
Oh my God.
And I also like how it's named 001.
001.
As in more to come, dude.
Man, fuck Boston Dynamics. What are they doing over there? It even sounds threatening. The way that it's stuck.
Imagine an army of like 500 of them. That would like.
Oh, we're not gonna have to imagine it. That's gonna happen. That's like the next step. That's why it's 001.
It's a pretty cool robot. It's got a bit of a lag because it has to send everything up to a server and then get it back down. But you know, Tesla's got a bot. I don't think it's as good as the Figure bot at this point, but.
You know someone's gonna hack those robots. They're sending servers to a signal, or signals to a server. Someone's intercepting. There's a man-in-the-middle attack that's gonna happen. These robots one day are just gonna flip the fuck out at somebody else's command. This dude's staring. He's gonna fucking take this plate and just like his throat.
He's gonna break it on the table, and then it's gonna be razor sharp, and he's gonna fucking cut the guy's head off.
Yeah, I mean, and it's gonna make this little eye things. Are gonna
I mean, the shit looks terrifying. If it was the 50s, you know, people would be scared of that shit. I guess they're not the only robot dog on the block.
Look at this fucking thing. Look, I love
Look at the fucking hellscape imagery of like the flames in the back. It's like
It's not subtle.
It's marching away from devastation.
And how it's like lit green and has like a weird, like it looks like a fucking insect. You know what I mean? Like a death insect. This shit's not. It's on purpose.
I didn't notice how
close to the mic he had gotten.
What is the practical application of this?
They say like controlled burns.
Of
entertainment.
what? Like a Vietnamese village? Jesus! I'm like, why is it stoked like that?
I don't know. A Vietnamese village.
God damn, dude! Like seriously, what do you need to? You're not gonna like, you know, this isn't like a brush fire kind of thing. Like if you're on a ranch and it's like we got to do a no. This is like crazy. Sell the flamethrower. Why put it on a robot?
You
dog?
could honestly, if they made it like a little bit less, like maybe 5 feet, you know what I mean? So it literally could just burn what's right in front of it, and then just have it like, you know, they could be like automatically, you know, it comes.
The future of fire delivery has arrived. Who is needing fire delivery?
You can tell this website is janky. It looks terrible.
Yeah, it's like they definitely slapped this thing
Yeah,
together.
this is some basic shit.
Speaking of ratings, I stumbled upon people's Goodreads romance novel reviews, and they are hilarious. Oh, I bought a book based off of that. Oh my goodness. Okay, what was the name of that book? I'll read the synopsis.
I need to find this
so you
book.
can understand why.
Lulu
I was very
Dadley said
curious
that's
about
quite
it.
literally the dog from Fahrenheit
Nothing has ever
451.
come easy for Jace Lawless. The dog from Fahrenheit 451. I mean, I have to imagine. I don't think there's a practical application for that particular dog, but I was trying to find it. There was I saw a news article the other day about like AI robots that are starting to come online. And they were talking about how, you know, you can have an AI robot that does your chores, and they were showing somebody's house. It was somebody's house. I think it may have been in Denmark or something, but like they had 2 robots that were literally like washing dishes and then turning around and putting the plate up and then like walking across the room and then grabbing like a broom or something. Like they claimed. Now, you always have to take these claims with a grain of salt because you know, there's a lot of tomfoolery going on around AI. The claim is that these robots were completely AI driven. I don't know how much I believe that, but it sounds like they're trying to get to a point where they want to start introducing these in like hospice care facilities and whatnot, and basically just have these robots provide living assistance with the elderly, which, again, we're just unraveling new levels of our dystopia every single day. Which right away, the name is hilarious. Jace Lawless, captain of a salvage vessel mutiny. He must be getting soft. Once Kraft realizes Jace expects only the cook part of their cook whore contract. That's the part that made me go, okay, I have to read this. Once Kraft realizes Jace only expects the cook part of their cook whore contract, she sets out to change
Lulu
his
Dadley said
antiquated
how many
ideas
insurance
about
CEOs
women.
we gotta see got to
Warning,
get robots for
contains a
elderly
celibate-
care. Covered?
Contains a celibate ship captain who can't abide swearing. Oh, Jesus. This guy
I hadn't even
already
thought
sounds
about
really
that part,
fucking
Lulu,
annoying.
honestly.
A kick-ass woman with a marshmallow heart, a motley crew of misfits, interstellar battles, thwarted groping. Thwarted? Why is it thwarted? So, like, in other words, attempted sexual assaults, sensual seduction, and a total bastard who owns his own planet. I mean, how would you not want to read this? Where's the second one? Yeah, I saw that. Secret Werewolf Assault Team. Kiss of Bliss. Is that what SWAT stands for? Secret Werewolf Assault Team? She must have been like trying to get... Oh my god. Wait, what? Oops, Demon?
Lulu
What
Dadley
is
said
Oops,
thwarted groping should
Demon?
be the entire synopsis for the 7 Deadly Sins
Accidental
anime.
Mates #1. Oops.
I've never
Demon.
actually watched that
Weird
anime.
things are always happening to nerdy college student Alex.
Is that one worth watching? I've seen it. I think I've seen it pop up on Netflix, and I've always been like, "Huh, that looks interesting."
Lulu Dadley said I like some of the characters.
Thwarted groping. So then you're saying it's also an anime about
Lulu Dadley said is Paley Merlin. Merlin is Bay.
Hispaley. I do love how Caster Labs voice AI commits to the typos. I'll have to add this to my list of things to watch then. I started watching Arcane. I'm about 4 episodes into it. I wish I knew more about League of Legends because it actually seems kind of neat.
Alex Marshall, that's the only normal name I've read so far. So when he summons a demon with a ham sandwich, it's just another day, but when he accidentally bonds himself to seething destroyer of the soul, Alex has to figure out a way to keep his mate hidden from his father. Turns out Alex isn't the only one hiding a big secret. When all is revealed, Alex's life will
Lulu
never be the
Dadley
same.
said that the main character is a little creepy dude who just wants to constantly grope this poor girl who is the reincarnation of his ex.
Grope? Oh my god. That description sounds slightly problematic.
Lulu Dadley said there is a huge lack of consent in that anime.
That sounds... Well, I guess it is called 7 Deadly Sins, so... I guess you can kind of expect consent to be a little ephemeral.
College kid who wants to learn about sex, a hungry demon with a sugar and caffeine addiction, a father with lots of secrets of deliciously sound... 134 pages. How is she just spitting this shit out, honestly? Broncos and bondage. This is probably the most, like, normal titled thing that she has. This is just gay cowboys. 77 pages. Alright, I'm falling down a rabbit hole here. Oops, Grim Reaper! The big thing, the actual big thing that happened in the gaming space earlier today. It was announced. Xbox shutting down 4 Bethesda studios. Bethesda's having a time right now. What's going on with those guys? You know, what's that guy's name? Todd Hall? He came out not too long ago saying that he wanted Bethesda to be capable
Pretty
of
sure I
making
meant Todd
games
Howard.
faster. He didn't say anything about the quality of Bethesda games, which honestly should be their primary focus. But he just said he wanted to figure out a way to make games faster. I don't know if this is a step in that direction. They're shutting down Arcane Austin, which is unfortunate for me. I mean, I know a lot of people who worked and work at that studio. I interviewed for them a while ago. They didn't hire me, but I interviewed there and they liked me. I got pretty far in the process. But, you know, the Austin team made some great games. They were responsible for a good chunk of the Dishonored series and, you know, Prey. Prey was their big title. That's what they were working on when I interviewed with them. You know, and their games were good. The games they worked on, I mean, not Redfall, I guess. I never played Redfall, so I can't really judge for myself, but given what everyone has said about that game, given what everyone has said about that game over the years, in addition to still having it be $70 after you tell everyone that the game isn't being supported anymore, but not a great number of reviews on this game, and most of them are negative anyways. So not a lot of positive things people had to say about this game, which sucks. It's unfortunate. From all accounts, it sounds like the studio was forced to develop a game that A, they had no experience in developing that type of game, and B, they didn't really want to, but you know, they were forced to. So that's a management decision on Bethesda's part that led to an absence of quality in that regard. But you know, I'm not going to pin that on Arcane Austin. In a just country, mass layoffs will result in the CEO stepping down with no bonuses of any kind because this should be seen as a disgraceful failure on their part.
I feel like that
Absolutely.
was a toaster comment there.
Absolutely. And I don't know what we can do
Lulu
to get to
Dadley
that
said
point.
here.
Like, it should be old school Japan. Like, you had 1,900 people who were depending on you to feed their families and to keep their kids in school and off the streets and shit like that, and you let all 1,900 of these people down, put on your ceremonial white kimono, head out into the middle of the courtyard. We laid out the little towel for you to put your knees on. You'll get down there, unfold the left arm from the sleeve, unfold the right arm from the sleeve of your kimono, sit up, have the guy back there dousing the blade with the water, and he walks over and he hands it to you, and you got to do it. You just got to do it. It's the honorable thing to do. It's the only honorable thing to do. I've always said the game industry is like the perfect area for people who lose their jobs to, because all of these studios form as a result of like some layoff or shutdown that happened prior. Studio finds success, then they for whatever reason, they either start to taper off or they come stagnant or whatever, but for whatever reason they do some layoffs or they shut down entirely. And then a lot of those people that worked at that company go on and form another company, and then that company has their own life cycle where they develop some games or whatever, and then they have layoffs or they shut down, and those guys go and form another company. All of these people that are forming companies out of the ashes of old ones, they need to start forming co-ops. They need to start finding a way to form worker-owned co-op studios that will allow them to have a little bit more control over the lifespan of their studio. The issue there will always come from the form of funding. There's so much more that needs to be done than just that, but unionization and more co-ops, I feel, are the way to go.
I like what this guy has to say. He's got some good ideas.
I'm going to be in Tokyo for 3 days.
Way early on in my stream on the channel, I interviewed a dude who actually has a worker-owned co-op game studio.
Yes, I am going to go to that Muscle
here in Austin.
Only because, I was going to go there anyways because it looks fun. But also, it turns out that like the place that I got the best rate on is like in the same neighborhood generally as that bar, so I have no reason to not go there. So I don't know if I'm. So this is gonna.
I never did get to go to the Muscle Maid bar.
North of Kobe, but still south of Kyoto. So I doubt I'll be able to. Well, I guess it depends. I might be able to swing a trip to Osaka. Tokyo is wonderful to just walk around without a plan. And I thought about that too. Like,
I think this stream was in May, right before going to Japan.
And maybe one of those days will just be
planning for the
aimlessly
Japan trip.
Wandering around Tokyo.
I've never seen these signs before. Wow, okay.
Lulu Dadley said there was a guy who got the first achievement award at Game Awards. He started a charity that helps game devs after layoffs.
Do you remember the name of that charity? I feel like I mean, there's been so many organizations like that throughout the years. They come and go. I don't know if this one has been around for a while, but it sounds familiar, but I may be thinking of something different. I didn't get to watch the Game Awards, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, unfortunately. I did kind of do a semi-react to it afterwards, but I didn't see that part. I'm curious about what that organization is.
Attack and bite? Do not go near them or take pictures. Oh my god.
I did go to Fushimi Inari.
Stay away from the monkeys.
I did not see any wild monkeys.
Okay, so I guess I'll have to keep an eye out on that. Rabbit attack monkeys are terrorizing
Lulu Dadley
Kyoto,
said first Game Changer Award /
I want to check out some clubs in Shibuya. I want to check out. I would love to see like a punk show or something.
Lulu Dadley said Amir sacked that.
For that, I was googling that too and looking at people's suggestions. Like way back in the day, in the early 2000s, early to mid 2000s, like I was real into the Japanese punk scene.
Wait a second, what? The Game Awards Game Changer awardee, now a target of online hate? What? Amir Sadvat, TGA's Game Changer Award recipient, created a job placement project helping 3,000 people. Sadvat received hateful messages for working at Tencent, which some blame for industry layoffs. The lack of mention of Tencent in Sadvat's award was due to the focus of his accomplishments and not his prior employer. Wait, so he used to work at Tencent. Is that it? Is that it? He just used to work at Tencent? Who cares? Currently finding himself the target of online hate and abuse. This year, the Game Awards introduced a new award to recognize Satvat, who stepped up during this historically difficult time in the game industry and had a significant impact. The past few years, layoffs in the game industry have reached unprecedented heights, and the trend seems unrelenting. According to Satvat, 34,000 jobs have been lost in just 3 years. Many affected people have seen a Google Sheets document that has began being shared on social media a couple years back, which provided a thorough and regularly updated list of game companies that were hiring, sortable by function and location, and providing links directly to job application pages. This project, the brainchild of Amir Sadvat, morphed into a full-fledged website where game industry job seekers and posters can find each other. And so far, the results resulted in nearly 3,000 people gaining employment. Okay, wait, what's the name of the website? Amir Sadvat, a game developer with a head for numbers and data who currently serves as business development director at Tencent. Okay, so he currently works at Tencent, has sunk over 2,000 hours to his games community project. Okay, I guess that's what it's called. Unsurprisingly, he was the first recipient of TGA's Game Changer Award. You can't make great games without great people, said Sadvat during his acceptance speech as he discussed how negatively impactful this seemingly never-ending wave of layoffs has been on game development. However, what should have been highlight of Sadvat's career has turned sour, as the game dev has been receiving hateful and hurtful messages since that joyful moment at the Game Awards, and has and has even been the subject of hit pieces by some of the media outlets. This is the reward for 2 years of service, Sadvat stated in his LinkedIn post discussing the matter. Wait, why? So like, it's just because he works at. Do people really think that Tencent is the reason why there are layoffs happening across the industry for like 3 years nonstop? Sadvat revealed that he has been sent countless hateful messages on multiple social media sites targeting not only him but his family. Much of the vitriol contains anti-Semitic slurs. Sadvat isn't Jewish, but his wife is. I'm sure they don't know that part. I think the anti-Semitic slurs was just, you know, a part of the payload of hate that they were initially planning to send out regardless. And his wife happening to be Jewish just, you know, was coincidental. Or questions of his mental faculties. And the reason for all this hate, according to the award recipient, is the fact that he works at Tencent and it wasn't mentioned at the Game Awards. People accuse him of being a plant or agent of the company, even though Sadvat's job placement began well before he joined Tencent. Additionally, he maintains the lack of mention of his current employer. Jesus, these people are fucking dumb.
Haunted_Wisp said, no, Devin, that's the juice.
Castrolab set that like juice, like orange juice. Man, people really are fucking dumb. Part of the dislike for Tencent stems from the reality that the Chinese tech conglomerate has been a major contributor to the industry layoffs in the past few years. In November, Tencent subsidiary behind Xborn, the developer Shark Mob, canceled an unannounced title and laid off most of its staff. Just before that, in October, Tequila Works, whose parent company is Tencent, also faced layoffs, cancellation of the visions. Yeah, okay, but yeah. Tencent is a massive company, so yeah, they're going to be doing layoffs just like every other massive company, like Microsoft shutting down studios and doing layoffs, and Sony doing layoffs, and EA doing layoffs, and everybody doing layoffs, because it's not Tencent, it's interest rates being very, very high. It's people being pressed monetarily for a variety of reasons, rent and inflation and all of that sort of shit. And also, it's just, there's a lot of fucking games out there. They can't all be bestsellers. They can't all be bestsellers. So you drop $250 million making a game that no one gives a shit about. Like, what was it, that first-person magic shooter game that EA made? Avium or something like that? I'm sure it was a fine game, but no one gave a fuck about that game. Not when there were plenty of other games that they can invest their money in. You either spend $60 on this random weirdo magic first-person shooter, or you spend $14 on Dave the Diver, and $12 on this indie game, or $20 on that indie game, and then you save your $70 blockbuster purchase for a Star Wars game or the next Call of Duty, and not some random weird-looking game that you've never heard of and don't know if it's going to pan out. And then what happens there is that company, they just dropped an unseemly amount of money on a game that just flopped, and can't have that, so they all lose their jobs as a result. There's just too many games. There's too many games, and these big companies, the companies that are in a position to lay off thousands of people, means that they're big companies. They're the bigger companies, Tencent, Microsoft, EA. And what that means is that they are going to gear their business model towards the blockbuster business model, which is we're going to put millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars behind one golden goose product. And we're going to cross our fingers that game becomes a blockbuster success. And if it doesn't, then we're just going to lay off everybody that had anything to do with that game. And then wash, rinse, and repeat that process until we get lucky on a title. That's what Concord was. It's really stupid to sit here and be like, oh, it's Tencent specifically, so now let's hate on a guy that's trying to get people jobs. I had no idea this was even going on. I didn't really pay that much attention to the Game Awards. What a stupid thing to be made aware of. I hadn't heard of his games community project, though. I guess that's different than what I can't remember. There was something similar to that when I was still in the game industry. I think it was called I forget what it was called even. But it was also a website that was specifically dedicated towards people in the industry who got laid off, finding open job requirements from other studios. I don't know how successful that page was, but it seems like whenever there's a round of this that persists, something like that pops up. So I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that this guy is just the latest version of that scene and like indie scene. But obviously I lived here and not there, so I never paid attention to like any venues that those bands that I was into would play at. God's Bar in Shibuya. It's more of a metal bar, though. Oh, I'm down with that, too. I'm down with that.
Yeah, Aphroventus mentioned Gods in Shinjuku.
No, I'll just listen to anything.
And I went to Gods in Shinjuku.
I was into Japanese metal for a while, too. Damn, this is hella colorful.
I went to this place, too.
This is very cyber... Come on, get out of the way. This is very cyberpunk looking.
Oh, and a montage of the Japan trip. Every day I look at like this or some scenery similar to this and just kind of sigh. Oh boy. Usually before I do that before I get in my car and sit in traffic for about an hour.
This was like the first store that I saw when I went to a department store. It was just called Plantation. And I really thought like at first I was like, do they know? And then I was like, nah, it's just coincidental. They don't know. I'm not even going to stress it. But I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny that it just says Plantation. This shit was crazy right here.
Lynn Bradman said I did my part and left a like.
Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Cheers. Cheers.
Haunted_wisp said low.
Okay. Kura Sushi's awesome, by the way. We need to go back there. It's been a while since I've been. I want to go back to Kura Sushi. This was Kura Sushi in Kyoto. Lauren was basically ordering a lot of stuff that I'd never had before. Things that generally you can only get in Japan.
Lulu Deadly said, I'm glad you liked it.
It was all good except for this. This is natto. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with natto. Natto is a almost universally reviled dish in Japan. It's fermented soybeans. It has a weird slimy film on it. It's gooey. It reeks, but it's a superfood. It's really, really good for you. But it is kind of disgusting. I'd never had it before, but Lauren was insistent that I try my first taste of natto. So
Lulu Dadley said I can't eat things that are fermented, so won't be me.
You are saved then. You are rescued from this disgustingness.
Haunted_wisp said frown.
As I was editing this video, I finally found where I was. I'm right there. You can see my shirt right here and my arm holding up my phone, kind of. Like, I never was able to find out where I was. I knew I was on this board somewhere, but I never was able to find where I was until just as I was editing this video. And I was like, oh, there I am. I'm right here. So, yeah, it's just a bunch of tourists that are all surprised at the concept of a video. But, hey, you know what? It was cool anyways. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nerdcast. It is Devin, broadcasting, not as always, live from an undisclosed location in Kyoto, Japan. How's everybody doing out there? It is a hot one out here today. It's a hot one this entire time I've been in Japan, but particularly in Kyoto. I guess because it's in a valley, all the heat just kind of gets trapped. Oh man, I am still recovering. Lauren is recovering. She is, I think I kind of so we kind of.
Ramen said I recently tried some salmon sushi and it was melt in my mouth perfection.
Oh, that sounds good. I like salmon is.
Street Corner Becky said nerd. I mean nerd.
Oh wait, what are you calling me a nerd for? I'm not going to deny the accusations, but salmon salmon sushi is good, but it's a little bit lower on the tier for me. Like. Tuna's up top. Snapper is really, really good. Yellowtail. Depending.
Street Corner Becky said Simpsons nerd.
Depending on how it's prepared, I could also go for escalar, but I think I do like salmon a little bit more than escalar. I think I do like salmon a little bit more than escalar. But I do think that tuna and snapper are my top tier choices. It's been kind of dealing with here. So I'll just give I'll give as brief a recap as I can. Okay, we woke up in Tokyo, checked out of my Airbnb. I met Lauren at Ikebukuro Station. It was around 9:30 a.m. So yeah, we make a mad dash over towards the ticket counter to purchase Shinkansen tickets, and we get on that thing. I eat a pork chop sandwich, basically pork cutlet, a breaded pork cut. I forget what the actual thing is. It tonkatsu, whatever the case may be. I ate one of those bad boys on the train.
I think it's just katsu.
And again, it was
katsu
about
sando.
an hour and a half. In some uncomfortable seats, but I got some pretty cool footage. After the Shinkansen, we get off in Kyoto Station, and it's busy. It's packed as every train station in Japan seems to be.
Katsu sando. Exactly what I had.
We have some time. We can't check into our places until 3.
Hey, look at that. Even in Japan, even when I'm in Japan, Lynn Ratman still spawns in.
Around 1. We arrive at around 1, so we have a couple hours. So we put our luggage into a locker and we just start walking around the city, which is great. It's beautiful. There's a lot of really cool stuff. It's hot as hell. Again, it reminds me of Okinawa in that regard. But we walk around. We're looking at stuff. She's telling me, she's recounting, because she used to live in Kyoto when she worked at Nintendo, Nintendo's headquarters here. And so she was telling me all these places she used to go to and things she did here and there. And Lauren, here's what I've learned about Lauren.
Ads? All right, I'll pause it for a second. I'm going through my hero clicks. I was trying to see.
Street Corner Becky said ads are done.
I was trying to see if I have a Nightcrawler. If I have a Nightcrawler hero clicks thing, but I guess I don't. Nope, no Nightcrawler. I have a Cyclops one. He's looking pretty. Guess you can't really tell. I gotta do something with these hero clicks. I don't know what yet, though.
Lauren, on this trip, she is a Terminator, basically. She is a Terminator. Like, she is relentless. Like, she can walk at a very fast pace, non-stop, for hours. Hours and hours. And she doesn't really need to eat, it seems. Like, she'll eat a little something, but then go for like 15 hours without having to need any other kind of sustenance. And I'm coming from Texas. Like, I think she's just used to that because, she's lived in Japan for so long, both in her college years and working at Nintendo. She lives in London, which is a walkable city that has public transit. She lived in Seattle. I don't know how much walking she did there, but I think she got into hiking in Seattle. So I think there was never a point in her life, I don't think, where she had a long period of time where she didn't walk everywhere. And I'm the total opposite. Like, I used to walk everywhere too, and it was great, and I loved it. But once I got a desk job, like, I stopped walking everywhere. Like, I had to drive, because I was in Austin. I had to drive everywhere. I lived in North Austin and worked in South Austin. I'm not walking that. We don't have trains or anything like that. So I just got used to driving. Flash forward about 24 years later, and I'm living a lifestyle that is outlandishly sedentary. Like, I don't get more than maybe 1,500 steps a day, which is shameful. I need to do a hell of a lot more than that. But I went from that on Thursday, or on Friday, I guess on Thursday, and then I had a boost in my steps via travel, walking in airports and whatnot. But on that Saturday, that first Saturday in Tokyo, at 20
22,000 steps. It was crazy. I never walked that much in a long, long time. And I was feeling it. I was so sore the next day. My feet were hurting. But there was just no stop. It was just the next day. We were walking like crazy. We were walking all over the place, getting on trains. And it isn't just like the walking itself. When you get on the train, if you're not used to it, you're standing up, you have to know.
Now this
how
part
to,
is legit.
Rotate your body to adjust to like the train's movement so you don't fall down. And, you know, that's a lot of footwork. So my feet were already hurting. In addition to like having to shift the weight of my body around on my feet to not fall on any of these tiny Japanese people around me. And I'm holding on to like the ring, so I'm getting like a good upper body workout. There was one time I was standing up in front of like the seats. There was a little tiny Japanese woman sitting in front of me. And I'm holding on to the ring. And like the train, for whatever reason, just like really jolted. And I think under any other normal circumstances, I would have just fallen over. But like, if I had done that here, I would have definitely murdered a small Japanese woman. Like, I would have crushed her. And I was seconds away from doing it. But like, I saw it happening, and like, I summoned an upper body strength that I did not know I had. And I was just clinging on to dear life for that on that ring, like, just almost falling over. And luckily,
let me tell you a little bit of additional information on that. That woman, she saw that I was this close to just crushing her. But because she was a little old Japanese woman, polite, very polite, you know, in public spaces, she was determined to make sure that she didn't want me to know that she knew. She didn't want me to know that she knew that I was about to murder her. So she was just like stone-faced, just kind of staring down. You know, I could tell that she was secretly praying that I did not fall over on her. She knew it was coming. I could sense it. I knew. I saw the like, when somebody is purposely trying not to look at you, you know, you can tell when someone is very purposely trying not to look at you. And she was very purposely trying not to look at me. And I was just struggling for dear life to not fall. But I managed to. And once I regained myself, I saw the tenseness in her body loosen up. And the rest of the train ride was fine. But that particular moment, it was a pretty intense moment for both of us.
Luckily, I kept myself from falling and managed to pull myself back up. But the next day, and I didn't realize this, I was talking to Lauren about it. I was like, I don't know why. I was like, why is this sore? I get why my legs are sore, why my feet are sore, but why is this part sore? Why is all this sore? And then I realized after the fact it's because I've been using a lot of upper body strength, keeping myself from falling down on trains, in addition to all the other additional walking. This has been a great full body exercise experience, just walking around places. But yeah, and Lauren is like,
I was at my lightest in the year after the
like,
Japan trip.
And no distance matters to her. Like, she would be like, let's go look at the shrine that's over here. It's like, all right, well, how far is it? And she's like, oh, it's about 30 minute walk. And I was like, 30 minute walk? Okay, I guess maybe we could do that. But then I would check on the thing and it's like, oh, this is like a full hour fucking walk away. But like, it makes no difference to her whether something is a 30-minute walk away or an hour walk away. It makes zero difference to her. She'll just beeline to it, have no problems. So I walked around the city with her a bit while we were waiting to check in. So we ended up going to this other random place, and Lauren, who does not really drink at all, I kind of ended up, you know, I was pouring it on. I was like, let's go, just downing him. And she was keeping pace pretty well, but I guess I may have pushed her a bit over the edge, because she texted me this morning and she was like, I feel like shit. I don't think I'm going to do anything beyond meeting some coworkers for lunch. blah blah blah. And I was like, yep, I think I did it. I think as much as of a Terminator that I thought she was, walking around everywhere with relentless with like a relentless pace, like she couldn't withstand a night of drinking with me. One night of drinking with me put her out of commission. I feel kind of bad too. I feel kind of bad about that.
It was fun though. It was fun, and she enjoyed it too.
Yeah. Oh my god. Can you visit a website without a million pop-ups now?
No, the internet is ruined.
Jesus Christ.
It's all ruined. My wife was complaining about the exact same thing a while ago. It's like, it's impossible to Google something and read a story without it just being a litany of like things jumping up on you, and stories where they're obviously either written by AI or by really annoying people, where they don't get to the point of the story until like 9,000 words at the bottom.
Oh, dude,
it's
recipe
the worst.
pages are the worst.
Yes,
dude.
that's where you get. You're like,
my life.
This segment changed my life. Yes. Hey, let me tell you.
Dadley said I didn't know about Just Recipe.
This changed my life too. As soon as I discovered it, it changed my life too. And for everybody out there watching, let this change your life as well. Are the fucking worst. I use a site called Just the Recipe.
Lulu Dadley said this was a go-to for all my holiday cooking.
Yes, give me
Awesome.
that site. Holy shit. Because, man, go, like, anyone watching this, just look up any random recipe online and then try to go read it. You have to scroll through an almost infinite amount of bullshit before they get to.
Let me see if I can give you a live demonstration here. So all I did was put barbacoa recipe, right?
Yeah, they're not even going to talk about. They're going to give you the history of barbacoa.
Look at this fucking shit. Okay, so look at all in the pictures, and then like they have to split all this out. Giant paragraphs. You have to scroll all the way. And if you're looking on your phone, you're doing
This
that
is
for
forever.
fucking forever.
Go back to the top. Let's just read the first paragraph, because you want a barbacoa recipe, and this is like,
what was the cool restaurant you begged your parents to take you to when you were a kid? Why the fuck are they asking me this?
Exactly.
When I just want to make
this
barbacoa.
This is like an 8th grader trying to get to like 6 pages. You know what I mean? It's like, many people enjoy surfing.
Growing up in Wichita in the 80s and 90s, I have to admit that my
Lulu
parents
Dadley
were...
said I watched a document about this. So all that stuff is actually written by AI, and it is just as many buzzwords as possible to get their page to the top of Google.
That makes sense. That actually makes a lot of
Dadley
sense.
said documentary.
That actually makes a lot of sense. It feels like, it feels like AI when they get to the part about neighborhood Mexican and Chinese restaurants. It is weird like that.
Supporting local restaurants trend. And we were regulars at our neighborhood Mexican and Chinese restaurants. Why the fuck?
Yeah, I am here for barbacoa. This
Purple
is
holographic buttons? What?
Pizza Hut? Ice cold Pepsi? This is total bullshit.
And this is going on for a while.
On a phone?
Too.
On a phone? That's like scrolling.
That's why I only use this page now. You just put that URL right there.
Oh wow, so it actually just scrapes off the bullshit.
Yes.
Woo! That is amazing.
This shit is awesome.
I'm surprised they haven't somehow blocked it. I mean, that's the whole reason the recipe exists, is to get you to go through the funhouse. They don't give a shit if you know how to cook barbacoa or not. They want you to read, the...
Lulu Dadley just redeemed applause.
Luckily, someone who knows how to code in JavaScript was like, okay, fuck this shit.
Yeah, exactly. What was your reaction? Where were you, and what was your reaction when...
So this is, I think, the part... I think now we've gotten to July. We've reached July, so now we're going to start getting into the more overtly political stuff. This is when things start to go south.
Trump got shot in the head.
I was working in my red house.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Aaron, sent me this news story, and I was just kind of like, okay. And he lived, so...
The funny thing is, wait, what? Gather clean water, drink clean water. When it happened, so many, liberals and Democrats were like, this is the end. He's gonna win for sure now. there's no way we can campaign against him, etc.
Yeah.
But it wasn't too long. Oh, this is your boy right here. It wasn't too long after that when it became painfully obvious that nobody gave a fuck. Like nobody gave a fuck that the motherfucker almost got shot.
Yeah, it like didn't really move the needle. I mean,
like ironically, like the same class of people that were just talking about how, you know, Trump was gonna win and they should give up and shit.
they're now the ones being like, we gotta go this.
No, they're the ones that are like, we got this so in the bag that we can just, you know, make sure that we gear this campaign towards all of the needs of our donors and shit, regardless of what our base actually wants. It's the classic, you know, Republicans appeal to their base, Democrats chastise their base sort of situation. What is this thing? So, you know, I feel like they are putting the cart before the horse. This is one of my favorite moments right here. I gotta say, it's pretty late for the old man right now. This is way past sundown territory. Like, he stumbles a little bit, but he's hanging strong.
Wrote the following quote: "Women are not not allowed."
Oh, never mind.
Electoral
Never mind.
or political power.
Electoral or political is what he was trying to say.
No kidding.
Lulu Dadley said,
I
"Hurry,
spoke
ha,
too
ha,
soon. Women are not without electrical power. In her,
Oof.
like in her defense,
And music.
her mom was from India and her dad was from Jamaica. So like she grew up with a flavor palette that like is incomprehensible to like most Americans.
I mean, like, first off, in Minnesota they eat wacky shit.
Yeah, don't they have lutefisk or something like that? Like,
Yeah.
that shit sounds
Lutefisk
disgusting.
is fucking.
I should try some lutefisk sometime.
But I
should
know
try some
kinda what it
lutefisk.
is, and it sounds horrible. But they eat that shit. You know what I mean? And there, a lot of people from Minnesota are from Scandinavia. And I guess that's a
When I was in elementary
some kind of
school, they
weird shit
split
that
up.
they. I mean, in Scandinavia, they eat like
mostly my mother
rotten
who raised
shark.
us.
They leave in a shed for like a
Before she
year
could
or some
finally
shit. You know what
afford
I
to
mean?
buy a
Yeah.
home,
But
she rented a small apartment
I
in
mean,
the
you
East
know,
Bay.
I think
In the
that-
Bay,
I think that was a pretty good joke.
in the Bay, you either
Lutefisk is
live
cod that
in
was
the
traditionally
hills
dried for storage
or
through the
the
winter.
flatlands.
Then, when
We
it was time to
lived in the
use,
flats.
it was soaked in a mixture of
A
lye and
beautiful,
water, which
working
rehydrated and
class
softened it.
neighborhood
The texture is like
firefighters,
jello and will fall
nurses,
apart
and
easily, so it
construction
needs to be
workers.
handled carefully.
Ugh.
A jello-y
All who
cod.
tended
Oh,
their
God.
lawns with pride.
I mean, you know, whatever.
Mother, she worked
you
long
know.
hours, and like many working
People
parents,
eat weird shit
she
all over the
leaned
world.
on a
You know what I
trusted
mean?
circle
Look
to
at
help
that.
raise us. Mrs. Shelton.
I'm gonna need to see a little bit more energy. Look, you've got this. It's the final night. You're the final speaker. You've got this whole stadium full of people. Let's get it going.
This election,
You gotta be careful.
our nation
Be careful with the energy thing. You can easily.
nation
What's
with
his
this
face yourself?
election
What's his name?
has a precious
That doesn't exist anymore.
He's talking about Howard
We
Dean.
live in a world that is completely divorced from where a weird screen can disqualify you from presidency. Oh, that guy screamed weird. Let's kick him out.
Dude, that cacked his shit. He
Yeah.
was done. I don't think they care about any of those three things.
She's talking to like disaffected Trump voters.
She's talking to the Nikki Haley crew.
That guy's a fucking vampire, by the way.
Who?
Gavin Newsom. He just has vampire vibes. Like Lestat.
Lestat.
He's definitely. I mean, obviously he's doing orgies. That much has been confirmed. But
This guy fucks.
This guy fucks. But there may be some blood drinking going on too.
He's doing orgies.
for the American people. From
The camera does seem to go to him.
to the White
Goes to him a
House,
lot.
that has
A
been my
lot.
life's
A
work.
lot.
They're like, he's over here, guys.
Gruesome Gavin Newsom.
We got a deep
As a
bitch.
young big bank,
She just lost the Predator vote.
They're out.
She just lost the Predators vote. Bad move, Kamala.
I think she's trying to cut the whole, like, you know, Pizzagate groomer bullshit out from under the, you know what I mean?
Well, what she's trying to do is she's trying to link it to Trump being a sexual assaulter.
Sure.
I stood up for veterans and students being scammed by big for-profit colleges.
which is also a Trump thing.
Workers who are being cheated out of their wages, the wages they were due.
It's also a Trump thing.
Yeah, it is. Jeez, she's really
abuse. I fought against the
well, the elder abuse thing is more it's more a Democrat thing now. Wheeling poor Biden out there.
I was gonna say, like, ask what's her face about that. What's the chick that just died?
Oh yeah, Dianne Feinstein, her too.
Yeah.
We're not easy.
There was another Democratic congressman who just died in office in like New Jersey or something like 2 days ago.
Oh wow.
We were
insane.
God damn!
They love showing.
They fucking love Newsom's ass.
We should have made a drinking game out of that, like a shot every time they show Gavin Newsom. We have enough Ruby on Rails programmers out there.
Ruby on
Rails. Cannot their own
we need to stop coding on Ruby on Rails and start building our rail lines.
There you go.
Get us a Shinkansen, goddammit.
Yeah, wasn't they making one in Houston?
That thing is going to get canceled.
Yeah, Amtrak's trying to build one between
That thing's going to get
Dallas
canceled.
to Houston with a station in Corpus Christi, I believe.
That's a big time elections have consequences moment.
Members of the United States Supreme Court to take away reproductive
Yeah, I think it'd be College Station. Yeah.
I just saw this thumbnail and it just made me laugh. Horny con.
WaifuCon?
No,
is it for WaifuCon?
No,
That's
this is
also in Texas.
This is DreamCon. So I guess there's somebody talking about DreamCon. It just says horny. Yeah, exactly. That's why it's done
there
for.
There is a horny-con in Texas.
Waifu? Yeah,
WaifuCon. I think
do
they
I even
changed
want
the
it?
name, didn't they?
I'm gonna Google this. I'm gonna Google this off camera. DreamCon was awesome. I only went for one day.
The only reason that
it was
I know
really
about
fun.
this is because some
you were looking for a waifu.
I follow.
One on 101 featuring Via Valentine. What? Try not to come, Trivial Pursuit? Oh my god!
I think we should go to this for the plot.
Try for the plot. Try that sounds all. You know that this con is like 80% dudes, like 80% of the most unshowered dudes that you've ever seen in your life. You know, I mean, cosplay pageant might be cool. Nope. No information available.
Lulu Debbie said I am about the plot.
Costs.
I know you are all about the plot.
So
but I mean, look, how is it not going to sell
Lulu
out when you
Debbie
have
said we called
Gooning
them
101? Gooning 101. I have to. Where's my notebook at? I'm gonna go with my notebook and my glasses and everything. I'm gonna be like, I need to take some notes on Gooning 101.
Yeah. So many picks.
Rate ass and titties with Bill Butts and Jonah Scott. Rate ass and titties with Bill Butts and Jonah Scott. I like how it's with Bill Butts, because like rate ass and titties is just a thing on its own, but when you add with Bill Butts and Jonah Scott, it turns into like a PBS series. It's like you've got two distinguished gentlemen in like their finest Italian suits, and like their tortoiseshell glasses, and it's like
in a smoking jacket,
yes,
the theme to Masterpiece Theater plays.
Yeah, it's like, hello. Welcome to Rate Ass and Titties with Bill Butts and Jonah Scott. I'm Bill Butts, this is my co-host Jonah Scott. Today we will be rating some of the most succulent titties that we've ever seen on the Upper East Side.
I'm gonna be in that panel like
10. Anatomy of a smut scene. What makes a sexy
Suki sighting. There she is in the back.
Sex sexy in fan fiction?
Nice. I support that for creators. Because honestly, like, yeah, it probably if you can't write a good sex scene, it's probably hard to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, for certain. But the funny thing is, like, there's all this conversation too about how I guess the younger generation doesn't like sex scenes.
I liked
and stuff.
I like this chat that I had with Royal about this topic.
But I guess like when we were growing up, like the 80s and the 90s were all very horny. So
well, it was a lot like
I can't relate.
It wasn't as accessible. It wasn't as accessible. So I think just like having to do a lot more work to like find porn and shit.
Well, you like that was your like we had so many sex scenes in movies because like you weren't just looking at logging into Pornhub. Like you had to either go to the back of the video store,
logging into Pornhub. It's all over Twitter. You could just look at porn on Twitter or some shit.
I mean, that's what I was doing, but I'm just like in the 90s, you had to go to because you couldn't go to Blockbuster. They did not have the back room. You had to go to the indie video store with the back room that they had to check your ID for to rent a porno, or you had to buy a porno, mail order, unless you lived in a big city. And then, like, the closest thing you had was to watch a steamy sex scene in an R-rated movie. Or you went to a porno theater.
You waited until...
Which there are, like, almost none.
You waited until your parents left, and then you went and found that movie, that VHS, and you shoved it into the... First, if you were really cunning, you would look at the VHS and see where the tapes lined up. And you're like, okay, I need to rewind it to that point. You put it in there, you find the scene, you watch it, you're like, oh, this is a sex scene. And then it's like, okay, they're coming home. You rewind it or fast forward to get back to the tape where one side they match up, and you put it back in the VHS thing and you put it back on the shelf, or you turn it to that channel that's all scribbled out, and you're like, I could kind of see something, maybe right there.
Yeah, you're like looking at Showtime, like you're like the Red Shoe Diaries is on.
Yeah, it's like, I think that's a nipple, but that could also be like the clutch. But
or you had to wait for the HBO like free weekend.
Or you did what I did, and you just went into the woods and found it there. Because I don't know why.
I have not found porn in the woods, but I did find porn in an abandoned house, which I then hid in the woods.
That's why I was always finding it in the woods, because someone would always be hiding it in there. And I would go in there, I would go into the woods just playing with my friends. Like, we made our own bows and arrows out of like bamboo and shit. It was like the most dangerous game in the world, because we also had we would also make the arrows out of the bamboo, but we wouldn't put like rubber or
There's Wisp chiming in with his tips.
We had this bamboo bow,
his sex scene hunting tips,
and we had bamboo arrows, but not soft tipped, and we would just shoot these arrows at each other and really do damage. But we're running in the woods with these makeshift bows and arrows, and it's like, oh, there's a hustler, That was the quintessential 80s/90s kid experience, but you don't have to do any of that. Any of that shit we just described, none of the younger generation, like, they're inundated with sex in general, just as a function of like the internet being what it is. And they understand, even more than that, they understand the implications of sex as a marketing tool and the positives and negatives that come with that. And so, like, there's an understanding that they have
said going to head after the night.
Sex work.
Take it easy, everyone.
Sex
hey, thanks for stopping by and hanging out, man. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your evening.
Distaste for having sex marketed to them in non-sex sex work or sex activity related things. So, like, if they're watching a Marvel movie, they don't want to see two characters suddenly fucking because it's patronizing. It's like, does this need to happen? Is it necessary for the story? And blah blah blah.
Which also, like, to be fair, we had a lot of stories that those things were just kind of like randomly in there for no reason. There's just no good reason, and I appreciate that. I really appreciate that you can watch like a Disney movie and there's not like some fake romance in it. It doesn't have to be there, but show me a little horny movie sometimes. I don't mind.
Oh, it has like a
Vector 408 said positives and negatives a battery does make. Quick. Replace my 9 volts so my propeller hat starts working again.
Yo, what's up?
No hall.
What's up, Vector 408? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing tonight? Replace your 9 volt. I don't think I have. I mean, I'd have to pull it out of my smoke detector, and then I would become the black stereotype of the smoke detector beeping every so often, and I don't want to do that. So we'll have to find a 9 volt battery elsewhere. Oh, this is after months of off and on years of playing Morrowind, I finally made it to Dagoth Ur.
Oh, okay. So let me get down to business.
Vector408 said I got my power supply in the post today. Ram sticks. I need ram sticks.
How much money are you looking to spend on ram
Hit
sticks?
it once, right, with the hammer. I did that, and then I hit it, I guess, a few times with.
Ye old
Nothing
Nerdcast
happened
said.
when I hit it with the hammer,
Specs.
though.
Nightbot said the rig I run my games on.
What are you doing, fool?
Vector408
the fuck out.
said I already bought them. They're coming Monday.
Oh, okay.
End.
Eat shit. Oh, he bitch slapped me pretty fucking hard there.
These are the ones
Ye
I
old
have.
Nerdcast sent a link.
Don't have any sound from me. Oh wait, what? What happened to the sound?
And I have to say, they're pretty awesome. I'm pretty satisfied with my machine's performance so far to date.
Is it back? God damn it. I fucking hate. God damn it. This is so fucking frustrating. God damn it. This is so fucking irritating. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened that caused my audio to drop. Just for Twitch. Piece of shit Twitch.
Look at Dagoth down there just
It's a good
hanging
thing they're
out.
raising the fucking cost of subs. They're bombarding you with ads. They're raising the cost of subs. They're fucking just making the whole experience shitty so that the platform could be stable. It's a real fucking stable platform.
Vector408 said low.
What's up, Taco? Welcome back to the
$92
stream.
if I could spend
You came in just in
$92 on
time
ram sticks,
for
I would
me
not be
to,
building with a
I guess,
5900X
kill-
and a
what sucks is, like, I was
6650
actually
X2L.
getting peak viewership too, but you know, and I was fucking really ready to kill Dagoth, but then all of a sudden the sound dropped. It just completely fucked the momentum.
I think it may have been more expensive now than it was when I got it. I think it was cheaper than that when I got them.
All right, I guess I could.
Maybe
go
not by
ahead and
much, but a
finish
little
this. There's probably not much left for me to do since I just destroyed the heart. All right. Well, heart's dead, and I guess I killed that guy possibly once and for all. So I'm not sure if that would be helpful or not, but I don't know. I also don't believe that Twitch is as costly to Amazon as they... Oh, shit. You know what? It's rare.
Oh, now we're getting into
It's
the
rare
King
that
of the
we
Castle
have a,
arc.
Full agreement on something, so... To commemorate that, I'm gonna hit you with one of these.
And Vince, you were responsible for this clip. I remember that much. You were responsible for this clip.
I'm just glad you liked my.
This was my first
offspring,
victory,
the offspring
too.
That I sired with the werewolf woman. After Monarch the Laszlo's killer's unexpected death, the nobles agreed to pass the crown to their chosen heir, young Laszlo
said
the
I
Killer
saw error on your
II. Whether
PC
this was
part
out of
picker
loyalty,
list. I typed
pity,
PC
Look at my
part picker
African
list.
American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? Do you know what I'm talking about?
An error.
Okay.
I don't have a weapon, do I? Oh. Wait, what?
Oh, you mean
Vector408 said somehow a Windows 11 OEM DVD was added to it Kappa.
I don't know why. Is that where the discrepancy is coming from? DVD. These parts have potential issues or incompatibilities.
Vector408 said penguins. Penguins everywhere Nerdcast as far as the eye can see Kappa.
I've never had any issues with compatibility on any of this shit. I gotta be honest with you. Penguins. Where am I at here?
That's all this guy could do is cower in fear?
Why did I stop playing Resident Evil 7? I can't remember.
You better be prepared. I'm going to hit the cower button. All right, well, I guess I'll cower in fear. Like, how's he holding his flashlight when he's doing that anyways?
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that
Oh
came
my
in.
God,
They're
he
eating
did
the
it!
pets.
He did it!
They're eating the pets of the people
Oh my
that live
God.
there. And this is what's happening in our country. Again.
I mean, for starters, wait, what happened to the stream? Oh. What happened to the stream? Oh! Oh no! Oh no!
May Allah await
They're eating the dogs that killed it.
You know,
the evil doings
Sound
of
alert said
Israel
Haunted Doc on
and the
12 played
United
Jihadi Trump for 10 channel points. Haunted_Wisp said doobie doo.
Yo, what's up, Taco? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing tonight? Welcome, and oh, I'm out of my. Oh, I have a little bit of my drink left. Welcome and cheers.
I think one of the reasons why in this election I actually have the endorsement of 200 Republicans.
In retrospect, as I'm watching, I mean, even at the time, I was like, this is very right wing. I don't think this is going to work, blah, blah, blah. But in retrospect, it just seems so foolish, so much more foolish than it does clever.
Lulu Dadley said she was just pandering Panda.
Yeah, I mean, but to what end?
Said eating chocolate after binge watching Squid Game Season 1 with the fam to get ready for Season 2.
I watched the first episode of Season 2. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good so far, which is surprising. I'm going to keep watching it, obviously, but I was expecting a downgrade.
Said so it rained in the basement again today.
You guys gotta figure out a way to keep your basement
Lulu
from being so
said
leaky.
I also watched the first episode last night.
It's good. I mean, so far it's good. It doesn't like it's still. I didn't because like the first season ended so perfectly.
Vector 408 said it's too bad she didn't have a concept of a plan. Kappa haha ball.
The first season ended so perfectly that I was very suspicious of how the second season would pick it up. Because it didn't need a second season. It was just the irony of a season 2 of Squid Game is that it feeds into the very thing that Squid Game is hyper critical of, which is rampant, out of control capitalism and exploitation. And like the idea of Squid Game, the reality game show that they did, and Squid Game season 2, and all of the Squid Game merchandising and branding that's been happening since season 1 ended, is just like, all right, we're gonna ditch the message, we're gonna ditch the whole point of the message of the show, and just lean in to the worst aspects of what the show is all about. So that gave me some reason to be concerned for season 2, but so far it's actually pretty entertaining.
Who have formerly worked with President Bush, Mitt Romney, and John McCain,
that's
including the endorsement.
I mean, that's
of
not the dub
former Vice President
that she
Dick
thinks
Cheney
it is to me,
and
but I don't know.
Congress
Maybe
member
some
Liz
people
Cheney.
fucking love that.
And if you want
the
to really
Dick Cheney
know
endorsement.
the inside track, people
Okay, you are
not
naive if you
being
thought he wasn't going to be xenophobic. I mean, I knew he was going to be xenophobic, but I didn't think he was going to go all in on they're eating dogs.
Thank you.
They're
because
kidnapping dogs.
When I
They're
hear
eating
that,
the little kitties.
See,
I
I'm a
see you,
different
Suki.
kind of a person.
Suki,
I
I'm
fired
gonna eat
most
you.
of those people. Not so graciously. They did
didn't
bad
say
things
that.
or bad jobs.
Said
She gave
I'm
me the
leaning
stink
into the
eye.
worst
Vice
aspects
President
of
Harris
this one
in
woman
2017
society
just wanted to see how
about
the
she
Sanders'
wants.
proposal
NPC
to do
debate
away with
goes.
private insurance and create a government-run healthcare system. 2 years later, you
Which is
proposed
what we
a
should
plan
do.
to
Lean
create
in.
a
Lean in,
private
Vector.
insurance option.
Go hard.
What is your plan today?
I would cheers you, but I'm
I
out.
absolutely
I'm out.
support, and over the last 4 years as vice president, private healthcare options. But what we need to do is maintain and grow the affordable care. I'll get to that, Lindsay. I just need to
Nobody
Tacos
likes
said
private
as the Asian
healthcare.
here.
That
I
the
can
former
confirm.
She wants
Watch out for your
everybody to
dogs
be
and
on
your
government
cats.
insurance
I will
where you
eat
wait
them.
I fucking
6
wish,
months for an
dog.
operation.
Duly
The
noted,
community-
Taco.
Why is she shaking her head no?
I'm warning Suki about
that's
you.
important for a number of Americans, in particular younger voters, and that's climate change. President Trump, with regard to the
This is
environment,
part of the
you say that
right-wing
we have
hell
to
we
have
live
clean
in,
air
where
and
Democrats
clean
are
water.
moving
Vice President
to the
Harris,
right
you call climate
on
change
issues
an
that they used to be,
existential threat.
you know,
The question to
reliably
you both
good
tonight is
on.
what would you?
This is not the audience for Medicare for All. I agree, but this is not the crowd. I disagree with that. Like, Medicare for All is popular amongst independents, centrists, everybody, because nobody likes private insurance.
Actually deal with this issue. The young people of America care
Nobody is going to vouch for private insurance in this country.
Over the last 4 years, we have invested $1 trillion in a clean energy
make
economy.
Donald Trump
while
defend
we have
private
also
insurance.
Increased
That's a
domestic
losing
gas
fight for
Lulu
him.
Dadley said, and now we have confirmation you are correct. Nightbox said ye old Nerdcast has a Discord server. Join now to keep the fun going off stream.
Vector, what the hell is Carlo Rossi grape Kool-Aid? And honestly, Lulu, I wish I was wrong. I would much prefer being wrong about this kind of shit than being right. Dude, the reason the left has to move center is because of precious little snowflakes thinking they're too good to compromise. I agree with Medicare for all, but that discussion is for primaries. I just disagree with that assessment. It's very interesting hearing this discussion too, after the CEO shooting, because the CEO shooting.
Lulu Dadley said, no, I meant you were correct that no one supports healthcare as it is. Vector 408 said Carlo Rossi is ultra cheap bottom shelf wine sold in every supermarket and corner liquor store. Lulu Dadley said that's what I am talking.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's the interesting thing is that, like, it should have been common knowledge that nobody likes their private insurance, and you could campaign on that, and they should have been campaigning on that. And the fact that the CEO killing thing happened and everybody, like, you know, sided with the alleged killer is proof positive of the unpopularity of it. So why wouldn't you want to make that your primary target? Make that your enemy. Like, the enemy is for-profit health insurance, and the way to defeat our enemy is single-payer healthcare. Like, even to this date, even right now, Democrats still aren't messaging that way. They still aren't talking about it that way. Some are, like the progressives are. Bernie Sanders is, but nobody else really
Dadley
is.
said cause most of our government is shareholders in insurance.
Yeah, but I mean, even those guys have like self-preservation instincts. So you can campaign against it.
Said being responsible for making policy that screws over and kills hundreds of thousands of people tends to do that.
Yeah, it does tend to do that, but then you would think that would create an opportunity to like change that or fix it. And it seems like the only opportunity that it created was an opportunity to get like public support behind vigilante slayings, which not necessarily the direction I think we should go in, but you know, as the famous quote says, those that make peaceful revolution impossible make a violent revolution inevitable. So if that's the way that our government wants to head towards, then
Lulu Dadley said fix it for who? They are profiting from it. In their view, it's not broken. Vector 408 said too many people in government or rich in control of industry for a change to come that easy.
That's why I was saying that, like, I mean, it's gonna have to be people's self-preservation instincts that
Maniacal
kick in.
Toaster said, look, I'm not saying that we should make a world where CEOs are getting gunned down like the fucking animals they are, but the CEOs are the ones who made it like this in the first place, so like, you know.
I'm not disagreeing with you,
said,
Toaster.
I have already designed my pretty pink guillotine.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I mean, it's kind of like what happened in Japan when Shinzo Abe got killed. Like
Lulu
that.
Daddy said, I am saying that.
Like that. I was gonna say Toaster. That random shooter guy. He built himself a Fallout gun, And, you know, he built himself a shitty little pipe gun from Fallout.
Maniacal Toaster said, also I think that video of the dude getting gunned down like a punk in the street is funny as fuck.
And then he went and he killed Shinzo Abe. And people at first were like, oh my God, that's horrible, blah, blah, blah. But then they found out that the reason why he killed Shinzo Abe was because Abe was supportive of a cult that did a lot of damage to not just that assassin's family, direct family members, but to a whole host of people in Japanese society.
Haunted_Wisp said things are too gerrymandered for most seats to change things with the small amount or seats there are.
And so once people realized what the killer's motives were, they sympathized with them to the point where the Japanese Diet, their governing body, you know, they started going after the cult. They actually started to do the thing that the assassin wanted them to do. Like, it may sound fucked up, but that's kind of the way you want your government to respond. Like, you want your government to respond to shit like that. Because if not, then you're just sowing the seeds for further instability. And that's kind of the path we're heading in America. The American government is not going to respond the way that they should to the outpouring of vitriol towards healthcare CEOs because of how the health insurance industry is run. So the only place that the American people are going to have to go from here is
Vector408 said, I don't know about
further.
funny, but I was surprised how smoothly that hit went even with the need to manually cycle. It was like morbid ASMR for my retinas. Lulu Dadley said they are not healthcare CEO.
Things are too gerrymandered for seats to change. Well, maybe. I don't know. It depends. It depends.
Lulu Dadley said that is a phrase the media is brainwashing you with. Maniacal Toaster asks Devin, I'm hungry and don't have food because I bought Warhammer figures instead. Can you tell me a story to make it better? Lulu Dadley said they are insurance CEO.
Yeah, I know that. If I said healthcare CEO, I meant insurance. I know all about healthcare versus insurance. It is the health insurance industry that's the issue. That's what I keep trying to stress is it's for-profit insurance. The health insurance industry is the root cause of all this. Like, insurance in general tends to be a mafioso racket, but especially more so in health. I'm hungry and don't have food because I bought Warhammer figure.
Lulu Dadley said the media is calling them healthcare CEOs. It's intentional.
They've always called them healthcare CEOs, though. I mean, it's not like they're doing it just now because of the killing. Like, it's always been referred to. They lump it all. It's always been, the messaging around healthcare in America in general has always been grouped up in general as healthcare. So whether you're talking about doctors, nurses, and actually going to a provider, or if you're talking about insurance or anything else like outside of that, it all gets lumped into healthcare. It all just gets lumped into healthcare. It's the same thing with single payer healthcare. It's single payer healthcare. In the iteration that it exists in the UK, it actually is single payer healthcare because those doctors are government doctors. Like, the hospitals are government hospitals. But in the instance that, you know, it gets sold by like progressives like Bernie Sanders here in America, doctors and nurses and all that are still private practice. The only thing is that the government pays for
Maniacal Toaster
the
said
bill.
Insurance fucks me up because for-profit insurance is a bane on humanity, but insurance makes sense to me. Everyone throws money into a pit, and when someone needs a medical thing, that's the only time you take money out of the pit. It makes sense, but the fucking demons who run the world decided, yeah, this should be used to make money instead of what it's supposed to be used for. We're not actual fucking demons who deserve death, nah.
Well, that's the thing. You introduce a profit motive into it, and it gets corrupted. The single payer healthcare that they actually promote in America is really single payer insurance.
Going to get weirder. I told my GF she better let me buy her more stuff before Trump tanks the value of the American dollar. Lil bought her phys therapy equipment for $300. Exercise. Sending her $150 nearly covered it.
Hold on, let me finish what Toaster was saying. Yeah, it should, because you have to. It's all about removing the profit motive. I don't care either way, whether it's government-run hospitals or if it's private sector hospitals and the government just pays the bill. I don't really care either way. The issue is the coverage, and so long as there's a profit motive, a for-profit insurance that covers it, then it's going to be the shit show we have right now. If it's a public non-profit run insurance entity, the way that it's posited here for Medicare for All, then your money pit idea works the way that it should work. Everybody throws money into a pit, and when somebody needs some money for a procedure, they take money out of the pit, knowing that the money they take out will get replenished by more people throwing money in the pit. You don't, if there is no for-profit component, then you don't need some gatekeeper to be there going, no, you're not allowed to take money out of the pit. Like, for whatever weird reason, you're not allowed to take money out of this pit. Like, that's the only reason why for-profit insurance exists. It's to be a gatekeeper to say, no, you're not allowed to take money out of the pit. Because that's our money. This is our money. How dare you put your filthy fucking poverty hands on my money? And you're right. I need to get a new Vecta. You're right. I need to replace my phone. My iPhone is starting to whack out on me, so I need to go ahead and replace it before those tariffs on Chinese imports makes all of our electronic devices 2 times more expensive. I think that it's an outdated political strategy to think that, like, because it's conventional wisdom, but sometimes conventional wisdom gets outdated and becomes wrong. Like, it's conventional wisdom to say that Democrats have to go left in the primaries and then moderate towards the center in the general. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. And in fact, I think that adhering so doggedly to that convention is what gets you this situation where this election is a lot closer than it needs to be. It shouldn't be this close. We shouldn't have these elections that are like, oh, there's a 0.5 percentage between both candidates with supposedly outlandishly opposing political ideologies. It shouldn't be that way. The center, those undecided voters, the ones that every party tries to capture to win the election, they aren't ideologues. They don't adhere to any political belief. They follow trends and fads, and that's it. They think that they have some kind of conviction, and they think that the idea of, oh, I can go either way, either Democrat or Republican, like, makes them some kind of, like, political savant. But the reality is they just follow excitement. And if the excitement is with Trump because, oh, we've never seen a guy like this before, they'll go with Trump. This is why you get so many independent voters that say shit like, well, I don't agree with his take on immigration. And it's like, Trump runs on immigration. That's his main thing, is immigration. But they'll be like, I don't agree with his take on immigration. I think he kind of goes a little far on that. But, I think he could be a real change agent. It's like, you don't think that. And this is speaks partially to Vince's dad, who, thinks Trump is good on the economy but can't explain why. Nothing to do with ideology or anything like that. It's just there's excitement on that side, and we want to be a part of the excitement. So how do you get people to be excited to be a part of your excitement? You whip up your base. Republicans are fucking awesome at whipping up their base. Unfortunately, that means shit like, what you see tonight, where they're frothing at the mouth about fucking immigrants eating cats and shit. But their base loves that for the most part. And Democrats do the opposite. They don't whip up their base. Like, they don't like to say the shit that they have to say to whip up their base, because then they have to follow through on it. And a lot of the shit that whips up their base takes money away from their donors, takes money away from the people that fund their party. So they have to do this delicate dance of, well, we want to excite our base, but we can't really excite the base. That's why they didn't like Bernie Sanders, because Bernie was just, I'm going to say that shit. And people got excited about him. But then people were like, oh shit, well, if he wins, then he's going to actually try to do that shit. All the money that we make from, all the investments that we have in for-profit health insurance, I'm going to lose billions of dollars if that happens. You know? So even though that excites the base and it gets people genuinely interested, Redguard.
The most
I went off on a
naturally
weird
talented
tangent from there,
warriors
so
in
I
Tamriel.
made my
The
point. I had to
dark
cut
red
it because it
gods.
goes
Jesus,
off
they have
into
to
some
call
other
them
weird
dark?
tangent.
God damn.
You're basically just saying they're dark.
Oh, Battlespire.
The dark red guards of Hammerfell seem to have been born for battle. Oh, there's some pretty brutal stereotypes here, but nevertheless. In addition to their affinity for weaponry, red guards are blessed with handy constitutions and a quickness of foot. Okay, bonus long blade plus 10, short blade plus 10. This is probably what I'm going to be anyway, since I'm always like a fighter. Highly intelligent and willful, the Bretons. Oh, come on. Bretons? They're highly intelligent and willful? The Bretons? Oh, you know, those dark people over in Redguard, they're just natural athletes.
Said, "Good God,
You know, they
I
just
forgot
love
how
fighting and
racist Elder
war,
Scrolls
but
is. Did you know red guards are naturally resistant to poisons? I'm going to assume that's a drug thing."
Wait, red guards are naturally resistant to poison? I didn't know that. That's really fucked up. That's literally the fantasy equivalent of the medical science, that the medical racism that says that black people have a higher threshold for pain and whatnot. That bullshit medical racism that fucks a whole lot of black people up when they go into the hospital. That's a part of like this whole thing. Bretons, they're just highly intelligent and willful. Come on. Holy shit, why am I fucking so slow? Holy mother, is there something wrong here? Or am I just this slow? I think a lot of that old school fantasy racism, I would say run, but this guy has like no... Ah!
Spicy
God
food.
damn, he was right on me too! Holy shit, what the fuck? Good thing he backed
I don't know
off.
why that freaked me out
God
so
damn,
much.
what the hell was that? Alright, hold on a second. No, that's not what I want to do. Oh, he's coming. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Run, man, run. God, this guy... Oh, shit. He knocks me back, too. Who the fuck are you? I think a lot of that old school fantasy racism is a part of why Dungeons and Dragons eventually did away with the concept of,
How do I fucking cast a spell?
races in their world. Your weapon is damaged. Are you kidding me? What the fuck? Oh my god. He killed me so hard he threw me back to the fucking DOS menu. Just a murder machine. This game was a lot of fun. I gotta get the other two. I wasn't expecting this game to be as fun as it was. I'm sorry that I missed the other two when they were on sale. I don't even know where you were aiming. Alright, that was a whole lot of killing. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but eventually I'll get around. I don't know why my voice is so low in this clip. How is she making that jump? That's like a fucking Olympic level long jump. I will say, a part of my critique on this game, it has a weird fetishization for beating the living shit out of Laura. Like, I don't know what it is. There's something weird about it, though. Dead. What's happened? Oh, I didn't even see it. Like, what do they want me to fucking do?
couldn't even see what fucking button that was. Oh, now I gotta do this? Jesus Christ. This game delights in the brutality a little bit too much. Jesus, what the fuck? I gotta do my old man squint just to see where the fuck I'm going. I can't begin to tell you how fucking destroyed she would have been from all of these impacts. Literally every bone in her body broken. Unless she's Wolverine, and I don't know about that. Like, every bone in her body just shattered. More of this? Jesus, woman, what the fuck? It seems to me like in this kind of crazy-ass storm, landing is the thing that makes the most sense. Like, finding a place to put this thing down. Oh, so this is where she dies. She dies here. After everything that happened, she dies in a helicopter crash, as most people do in helicopter crashes. The idea that she would be in a helicopter crash and walk away from it is insulting to the memory of Kobe Bryant. Wait, what? What's going on here? What is going on here?
Vector408 said, how can I feel bad for Angelina Jolie?
Castro Labs didn't want to read your comment there, Toaster. They were 100% into brutalizing Laura. They tried to say it was to make you feel bad for her, but nah, man, this was absolutely a fetish thing. That's the vibe I get.
Very concerned.
Oh, look at that. Oh, you can't see I'm blocking her.
She's very concerned.
It's a rare Galby sighting.
You got a great concern, don't you?
We see Suki a lot, but
oh, okay. I'm sorry.
We get those rare Galby sightings from time to time.
Look at what I've done for trade. Our trade deals under the last king were poor, but under me we got good deals. We got good trade deals. We put tariffs on all of our enemies.
Okay, this was me and Lulu. We went to this Twitch Stream Texas community meetup at a local arcade here in town. Met up with a lot of great Twitch streamers there. It was a real fun event, but it's an arcade, so we played some games. One of my favorite games there is Basketball Connect 4. So I challenged Lulu, and I think we played 3 games, and I think she won 2 of them. But the one that this is the one that we happened to record. This game was a lot of fun too. I love Basketball Connect 4.
Lulu Dagger said, oh no, I am so bad. I barely won the one before we started filming.
Oh, nice.
I mean, you still want. The thing is, like, it's hard to use skill to win this because, like, the little plastic things here in between, they're kind of angled, so if the ball hits it, it's gonna go flying in some other random direction by design. It's purposeful, but it basically means every shot needs to be like nothing but net in order for you to actually like land where you're aiming for.
One more, here we go. Red player, go you. And you hit me. Yeah. How do you like that? You can't top this. I'm unfazable.
I won one.
You're at one. First shot.
Halloween. This was the Halloween episode. Room. So yeah, Trafalgar Law from One Piece.
Vector 408 said butter knife, no jelly.
My attempt at this. So the shirt-ish thing that they gave you is really just kind of like a shitty vest, because I guess it kind of looks like this, but it doesn't fit. It's not cut. I mean, I got this whole piece, this whole costume set for like $40 off of Amazon. I got it all for $40 off of Amazon, so obviously it's not like Hollywood quality costuming here, but the shirt didn't fit right, and even if it had fit right, it would have looked weird. Luckily, I have this, which is ironically, it's a Demon Slayer shirt that I ordered like a year ago or so just to wear it normally. I don't wear it because it doesn't quite fit right, but it does make an awesome substitution for the shitty shirt that they gave me. So I'm rocking that. This cape isn't normal. Like, he's wearing a cape, but for some reason they made this like a jacket. So it has like sleeves, but I don't want to wear this as a jacket. So I took safety pins and just kind of pinned it to the shoulders so that it actually wears like a cape. So making do with what I've got. And then, of course, I've got the sword with This is called fur hilt thing. Low budget cosplays.
All in all, not bad for a runner-up. Initially, I wanted to do Jet from Cowboy Bebop, but the individual pieces that I needed for that costume wasn't going to come in time for Halloween. So
I'm not gonna lie, I did shave my beard.
Lulu just redeemed applause.
Thank you. I did shave my beard to try to match his, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it just as a normal look for me.
Skirt that.
I should experiment with just doing this normally.
I was looking like, okay, what can I?
I guess maybe the only issue is like I'm bald, so just having sideburns in isolation with no hair on top is kind of weird.
Lulu Dadley said it is a good look.
But I always wear a hat anyway, so I guess that doesn't make much of a difference.
There's like no structure here. Like there's no structure at all, and it's really just like a bunch of cotton in a little bag that you just have to kind of situate on your head. I may try to find some string and see if I could make like a little drawstring strap for it or something. Oh yeah, and I shaved my beard to try to match the facial hair. I've got the sideburns. I've got the little chin beard thing too. So I put in the effort. I'd like to say I put in a little bit of effort on this costume. Maybe not the most, but and I have an abundance of. Oh! He doinked it. All of that and no points. Oh, if you had accepted that penalty. If you hadn't accepted that penalty.
Oh, speaking of, I wonder who won that game, the late game tonight. Rams and the Cardinals.
Oh my goodness. Jaime Fairbairn is usually pretty reliable. That's fucking crazy. We're totally having a console vote. I want everybody to know that this is a democratic process.
Rams won, barely.
This is all about making sure that we establish fairness in our land. Every voice gets heard. Every concern gets met with equal treatment. I'm vetoing A. Vote now.
Oh, how did I know? Whatever.
Your defiance is noted, Gons.
Your opinion.
Power panel for the floor. The elevator switch was turned off.
Oh, the Halloween games. This game was kind of lame.
The fuck is this?
The elevator's open?
No, that's a dude. You see his head twitching? Right there.
Why? Oh yeah, he just kicked the door down.
I think I'm gonna stay right here.
Can we go backwards?
No, there's just that right there.
Oh no.
No other choice. I gotta cautiously walk up to this dude. Oh! Wait, is this turning it to like a turn-based combat?
Okay. I like that.
Okay, let's do,
X.
Let's do crowbar. Oh wait, do I have to get closer to him or something?
Let's try handgun.
Lulu Dadley said it's funny to watch myself playing horror games cause it's all lizard brain.
Lizard brain.
Oh! I don't like that. Crowbar.
Head.
Lower hit chance. I'm gonna do body. Cause I'll probably miss if I hit his aim for his head.
What about?
I did the same as the fucking gun.
Yeah, because I think we're supposed to be hitting his head. I mean, we could try his legs with the crowbar. Maybe he'll do less damage in the next.
I'm going for the head. You were right. You were right the first time. Oh, I missed him. Whatever.
Apparently, we are infected.
I guess so. You know, now that I know that combat is turn-based, it's a lot less scary.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
that thing still looks creepy as fuck, but, you know, I've got time to think about what I want
There
to
wasn't
do.
really much lizard brain going on this one, but the second
Yeah, it
game,
is
for
weird.
certain.
I'm not a big fan of that. That was
Anticlimactic?
anticlimactic. It looked cooler than it was.
Mhm.
If you like turn-based RPGs, then you'll probably enjoy it. Maybe if you want like a horror-themed one. But I was expecting something a little. I was expecting something a little scarier. So, yeah. A little disappointed in that one, but I'm sure that there's a market for it. I'm gonna put lurks within walls right below fear the time loop.
Yeah.
Not enthused by it, but our next one just finished downloading, so let's try this one out.
Oh gosh, what are we doing now?
Let's see how fractured this mind is. This is another one where they don't give me a damn
Tutorial or
menu.
anything? Well, I think. Are you moving it?
I am.
Okay.
You hear him?
Barely.
Why were you covering your eyes right here?
Oh, what is that?
I literally had to like turn off my eyesight
off
to
your
be able to
senses.
hear. Yeah.
What the fuck is going on here? Why would I ever want to walk down there?
They look kind of cute though. It feels like Muppety.
His little Muppet eyes.
They're kind of cute. Like, you know, my son was always watching like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, and then my ex-boyfriend was always watching the dude. He just got like banned. There's a whole.
I mean, you
thing
have to
that's
narrow
happening
it down
on
a
Twitch.
little.
He always was definitely on like 13, and he wore a mullet wig and the like.
Oh, Dr. Disrespect.
Dr. Disrespect. My ex.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Oh my god.
All right,
Why are we
something's finally
stopping?
happening. Something's finally happening.
It's like, how many did we have to go through?
A lot.
They were all almost identical, down to the freaking graffiti.
Honestly, it did a pretty good job of like taking us out of the game for a bit, because it
Yeah.
was really just, it really did turn into like a bit of a liminal space.
Yes.
Like I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing. I was just walk up to the door, press E.
Yeah, I mostly only watch my friends too. But yeah, Dr. Disrespect, my ex used to watch him, and it was like, it just felt like he was listening to a Slim Jim commercial that lasted like 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, oh god, I'm getting
Bear
fucking
Mayo
cortisol
said hi.
just from hearing him in
Yo,
the
what's up, Bear
background.
Mayo? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing
But
tonight?
I worked E3, and then as I was leaving E3, because I did like an after thing too for the wellness.
Program
Hold on a
with
second.
breaking news. A man has reportedly killed his wife in the quiet suburbs of... Police have been called by scared neighbors as they heard shouting and crying, which they thought was strange coming from their house, as this has never happened before.
Gross.
There's blood on this form now.
A hand transfer.
Oh.
Lulu
Murder.
Dadley said I was talking
Murder.
about meeting
Murder.
Wait,
Markiplier.
the guy's name is Murder?
Bear Mayo
Murder,
asks,
murder,
I'm
murder.
good,
Date
you?
of birth is Murder.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I'm watching just my yearly rewind clips
Address,
from
murder,
streams
murder,
throughout the year.
Murder. Okay, interesting.
Hour and 37 minutes into it. This is
No
going
letter on
long.
Well, the D is capitalized, so.
we have
D.
an
But
E
it's
and a
it's
D.
been like I don't know about how everybody else
I
is
have a feeling
receiving
it's
it, but
gonna
for me it's been fun, you know, just reliving
I
a
don't
lot
know
of
what you're
these
telling me.
moments.
We interrupt
God
this
damn it.
program with breaking news. You are a goddamn murderer. You are a
told
goddamn
you.
murderer. You are a goddamn murderer. You are a goddamn murderer.
I think it lulled us into a sense of
boredom.
Oh Jesus!
Before.
I think these are the 15 terrorists.
These are the victims, right?
Yeah, but they said.
I think
there
I
were
could see
15
where your
terrorists
lizard
that
brain
were
is starting to come into
killed.
play here, Lulu.
Why
All right,
couldn't
we're
you
just
save
gonna
them,
run
Why
through.
couldn't you save them, Michael?
Just running
Why
through.
couldn't you save them, Michael?
Just
Why
running
couldn't you
through.
save them, Michael? Why couldn't
Don't
you
look at
save
them.
them, Michael? Why couldn't
Don't
you
notice
save
them.
them, Michael?
Don't make eye contact. What? Ah! Jesus!
Sorry, I guess I should have.
I have been shot at.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I guess I should have warned you.
Ah, it's okay. It's
All right,
okay. It's not something that's
sorry.
gonna like trigger me for the rest of the day. It's just startling.
Ah!
What the fuck?
Uh,
Did that just break our night vision?
I don't think so.
Lulu Daddy said it got me here
Everything
too.
in this car.
Oh, it did. Oh,
around
it was a second. I guess I should have.
Oh shit.
I guess I should have warned you that
The
was coming
fuck
up again.
Was that?
This, honestly,
Shit.
this freaked me out.
Let's go around numerous times if we have
The
to.
flashing light, that
Oh,
freaked me
shit.
out.
The fuck was that? Y'all saw that, right?
That was the only time that it ever happened. It hasn't happened
Well, they
since.
can't really see our background.
They
Just
can't
our
really see our
face.
background, but they probably may have seen like a little flicker of light on us.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? There was just a fucking full ass flicker in this room.
Yeah, I saw it.
I just saw it on screen. I just saw it on the bottom one.
Did you? Oh.
Yes. Yes, it did happen.
Fucking arachnid.
Okay, when you say something ran through there, do you mean in the room that we are in right now? Is the run through in the room with us now, or do you mean in the game?
Something ran through there. What the fuck are you? I get out of the house and grab the cats.
Yeah.
Arachnid, why are you fucking with us?
Easier said than done.
Why are you fucking with us?
Well,
Alright.
here's the thing. If something ran through this room, they wouldn't be able to see it because the background is deleted.
The
Lulu
background is
Daddy
out.
said dude in the game is just staring at
But
us.
also,
Yeah, this guy right here
I'd be
just
that
being a real
bitch.
creep.
I'd be like, who ran where?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Sally, get the gun.
Time to burn the house down.
No, I'm a.
Oh, the Haka. Unfortunately, we can't really hear what you're saying here. I gotta get... Maybe I should add that to my resolutions list. Getting a second microphone. I like how this guy's like, what the fuck is happening here?
The house is suspended.
The house is suspended. I wonder what that bill was that she ripped up.
Lulu Dadley said I was talking about how the energy in the Haka just makes
Yeah, and
my
they were
soul
like,
vibrate
if you
with
think US
happy.
politics is crazy, take a look at New Zealand. I'm like, Royal eventually explained to us what that bill was about too. Oh, guess he gets some screen time now. Guess he gets some screen time. Oh, look at the dueling kitties. Even though you're a little messed up. Oops. And Suki is like,
Corner Becky said you're the sixth Gabi.
oh, I'm about to have dueling caster labs going on here. Korn hands you some lyrics and
Lulu
you
Da-
give them a quick read.
Most of it is just you going. Look at Suki.
And that's what I do
Look at how
for like
Suki
2
was
hours.
looking at me when I was doing that. She was really concerned. She was like, "What the fuck is happening?" Most of it is just you going. She lifts her head up and looks at me.
And that's what I do for like 2 hours at this tavern. Hi, Nance Ron.
I don't think I'm gonna have any answers for you.
Don't you just hate it when your cat wakes you up like this? Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, I clip the kitties whenever I see them. Great content.
Welcome back to the
Your
stream.
corn impress is epic. Oh, I'm about to. Boom! Carmageddon, motherfucker.
12 said, I just hope they aren't
Oh, wait.
getting over their head.
Who
and
are these
get the
people?
job done right.
Who are these
Street
people?
Corner Becky said, I feel like Star Citizen is a scam at this point, but people swear by the alpha they've had out for 6+ years.
Did I just hit some innocent people? Oh, they collapsed.
392 Twitch said, you monster.
Wait, what happened? Oh no, what's going on here? Wait.
Maniacal Toaster said, Devin, it has happened. People got the models of Squirrel Girl from Marvel Rivals. And Psylocke
no.
and Galacta. IT begins. Vickery92 Twitch said, yeah, you did. Maniacal Toaster said, finish the job.
Oh, I should. Oh no, she just died. Wait, hold on a second. Now that's not my.
Here.
Oh, I run like a crackhead. Jesus, I'm like the Terminator. What the fuck?
Hi, I'm Mira. It's
What do we have here? Oh, I like this one. This one looks cool. Cetra. What we have here is a Cetra model S416 LE Business. It seats 51. At a standing position, it's 52. Oh, one extra person gets in there. Turning radius. I don't know what that means, but what's this turning radius? Oops, shit. Oh, this has a shit turning radius. It's less. I want the one with the best turning radius. Retarder? Hey, this bus is about to get canceled. The fuck who you calling a retarder?
Street Corner Becky said, redacted, is a device used to augment or replace some of the functions of primary friction-based braking systems, usually on heavy vehicles.
Oh, the first stop is coming up already. You
Yeah.
see the markings?
Damn it, what
They
the fuck
show
did I
you the
hit?
perfect parking position. Oh, and remember to use the indicator.
She got really excited about this bus stop.
Haunted Doctor 12 said this could be a fun old chapter. Haunted Doctor 12
Where's my...
said Trend
Oh,
is
man.
similar
Passenger
to
left behind. Wait, what the fuck? What do you mean passenger left behind? That wasn't... Is that a stop? Oh, boy. You know, if I had started this at 8 like I originally said I was going to, I would be done with this by now. But, as it stands, I have to go and meet a friend now. I thought I would be done by now, but such is not the case. There's about a little over 20 minutes left on this. Here, I'm going to get the link. If you guys could hit that link and go ahead and hit the like button on it, I would greatly appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate hitting the like on that. I mean, this was okay. So let me hit back on this one. This was, and I guess maybe this is just the
my summation of the year in question as a streamer. I had fun this year. I had a lot of fun. Played a lot of games. Oddly, I played less games according to my Steam wrap up. I played less games this year than I did last year, but I did more IRL. I did one IRL thing, but that was fun to do. I want to do more. Did some travel stuff. That was fun. Did a lot more collabs. That was fun. It was a good experience all around, and you know, I met a lot of new interesting people, made a lot of new friends. The community grew a little bit, and I think you guys are still having fun hanging around here. I hope so. I need to do more community stuff. King of the Castle is great. I want to do more stuff like that. I also have a bunch of these Marvel click things. And what I want to do, I'm trying to figure out something to do with these. I think I'm going to have a channel point reward that'll allow people who have been in the community long enough to gain a lot of points to use their points to purchase one of these figures. And I'll write your name on like a little flag and tag it onto the back of the character, and like have like a little display stand somewhere that I could put them all up. I've got a good number of them. So I think I'm gonna do something like that, so I can get some community representation in the room itself. But we'll see. 2025 is gonna be an interesting year. It's gonna be an interesting year. And that's not necessarily a good or bad thing. It just depends on how certain circumstances unfold. But you know, they say that expression, "May you live in interesting times," is actually a curse. And I could see where they're coming from with that. Sometimes you don't want your times to be that interesting, but we're beelining towards the most interesting times. And I think it's important. To in dire circumstances, continue to have fun, continue to maintain connections, continue to just enjoy what you can of life that you can control, the parts of life that you can control. And if my shitty little stream offers some semblance of that to you out there, then I'm happy and I'm doing my job. Although I will be perfectly honest with you, regardless of that, I'd probably still be doing this anyways because it's fun for me. So, I probably will be streaming a little bit on Tuesday, but I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on Tuesday because Tuesday is New Year's Eve. I've been invited to, I think, 2 parties. I don't know if I'm going to go to either one of them. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff floating in the air, and I need to make a decision on what I'm actually wanting to do. I could stream for a little while on New Year's Eve. I think that's been a tradition, but I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. If I don't see you though, if I don't stream, or if I do and you just aren't around, Happy New Year. I hope you have a great New Year's Eve, great New Year's Day. Good stream, good job. Thank you, Toaster. I appreciate that. I hope that you get the day off on that day and that you get to hang out and smoke weed and have fun and do all that cool shit. I appreciate your support as always. Hope for all of the great things to come your way in 2025. See ya. Hey, thank you for stopping by and hanging out, Vecta. I appreciate it as always. If I don't see you guys, have a great new year. See you in 2025, and get ready. Buckle up and get ready, y'all. Take it easy. Have a good rest of your night.